It's been a roller coaster, but you stayed. And now I'm taking over for the day. Cause I can be what you wanna be. And I can feel but you love me. Take me to a place I'm calling for. Open up the doors I'm knocking on. I'm losing control. Be the one to leave my fantasy. Show you crave your hands all over me. No, I'll never let go. Cause now I'm falling for love. Now I'm falling for love. Now I'm falling for you. Go. Now I'm falling for love. Now I'm falling for love. Now I'm falling for you. And I'm losing my mind for the days. Cause you and I will never fade. And I could be what you wanna be. And I can feel but you love me. Take me to a place I'm calling for. Open up the doors I'm knocking on. No, I'm losing control. Be the one to leave my fantasy. Show you crave your hands all over me. No, I'll never let go. Cause now I'm falling for love.
Last night, maybe I can make it right. So I'm close to baby, we can talk about it. No need to be mad, hate to see you sad. Yes, I know I'm crazy, crazy about you, crazy about you.
I know I'm upset sometimes. I know I get drunk some nights. I know I get way too high. I just wanna live it up with you. I know that it might be chance. I know when you've had enough. It's just how I show my love. Tell you can I live it up with you.
Last night, maybe I can make it right. So I'm close to baby, we can talk about it.
Made a mistake last night. Maybe I can make it right. Said I'm close to baby. We can talk about it. No need to be mad. Hate to see you sad. Yes, I know I'm crazy, crazy about Darling, can I live that life? Chase the wind and touch the sky. A starlight shines on long after it dies. Oh, in the night, I live every day as if it's your last. All memories been bright like beacons of the past. Oh, in the night, now we race against the sun. Now we race against the sun. Ooh. nothing. I'm sinking in the hollow ground. Nothing can stop me wanting you somehow. I won't let it die. I can feel you when you're not around. When the night gets cold, I won't be alone. We won't be I won't let it die. I can feel you when you're not around. When the night gets cold, we won't be alone. And for the night, the neon lights, the darkness invites us. From left to right, to lose the high. It's dangerous running in the twilight. Electric eyes, you can't deny the thunder inside us. And for the night, left to right, love me in the shadows. You will go where shadows and illusion on the beauty come along. Even though we know the night will only last till dawn. Oh, it's now or never, baby fantasy. Even though it only lasts till dawn, love me in the shadows. Love me in the shadows. Love me in the shadows. I wanna be the melody moving inside you. So carefully we let the beat open inside the darkness. It's you and me, eternity, running until the sunrise. It's for the night, left to right. Love me in the shadows. You will go where shadows and illusion on the beauty come along. Even though we know the night will only last till dawn. Oh, it's now or never, baby fantasy. Even though it only lasts till dawn, love me in the shadows. Love me in the shadows. Love me in the shadows.
Oh, angel sent from up above. You know you make my world light up. When I was down, when I was hurt, you came to lift me up. Life is a drink and love's a drug. Oh, now I think I must be mine. values up when I was a river dried up. It came to rain or flood. I'm feeling drunk and high, so high, so high. I'm feeling drunk and high, so oranges sent from up above. I feel it coursing through my blood. Life is a drink, your love's about to make the stars come out.
Drink from me, drink from me.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to the DAbo Gaming League. On this Sunday, we have our grand finals for everyone, and I'm joined here again by my good friend Kyle. How are you doing today on this finals day?
I am so excited, man. It's been a month in the making. We've had 4 qualifiers, like hundreds of teams coming through at every single qualifier, fighting for these 2 spots that now Clumsy Execution and Architect Souls have for this grand final. I'm excited.
This is going to be a very exciting day. We haven't seen Clumsy Execution since week 1, and I believe Architect of Souls was our
They were
last
the
week
4th.
winner.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting to see how these two teams fare against each other, what kind of strategies they want to go for. We are doing a best of 5 in this final, so they'll have plenty of games to develop their strategies, picks, bans, anything like that.
Which will be interesting considering I believe Clumsy Execution, our first week, we were doing best of 1 finals then. So
Mhm.
not actually seeing them even in a best of 3 format yet. Hopping right into the best of 5 is going to be kind of maybe a little curveball for them, as Architect Souls played multiple best of 3s, or were kind of used to that, draft oriented meta, to say, like around utilizing pick and bans, win those game 2s and 3s. But before we do hop into the grand finals here, I just want to quickly thank our sponsors one more time. Of course, DAbo Donor for hosting this event, giving us these prize pool. Because, by the way, the prize is €500 for the first place, 250 for the second place. So a big prize pool for this big grand final here. Sirius, they're our sponsor. They gave us all these prizes, like the webcams and stuff like that for the qualifiers. So thank you so much for those peripherals to give away. And of course, Riot Games giving us the skins to give away. I believe our 3rd and 4th place got skins today. And of course, making the game. But yeah, I'm excited. If you were to call it early, right at the start of the best of 5, Jack, who would you give this to? Are you on the side of
Oh,
Architects, or are you
it's so hard
Clumsy?
to it's so difficult to call it early on these two teams. I mean, like you said, we have not seen Clumsy Execution in a best of 3 format, never mind a best of 5 format. So,
Mm-hmm.
not sure how well they'll be able to fare up when they have a little bit more time to think about the enemy team, look at their picks, look at their bands, try to play around that. And we're probably going to be seeing a lot of, I don't want to say targeted bans, but it's going to be like if something was annoying in the first game, then they might ban it out the second game.
Yeah, that happens a lot. If if something, they usually don't have answers, like more in like professional play where there's a lot of scrimmaging and stuff like that. Like they can have a pick for a certain champ. Usually in this tournament, it's like, listen, your Renekton was really annoying. We're just not gonna let you have that next game. But yeah, no, it's gonna be fun. I mean, a couple highlights from what I remember, Clumsy Execution. I remember in their final match, they ran that insane scaling comp with Vayne, Cho'Gath, and Anivia, and kind of actually played like more of a long con game, where I feel like we like stepped away from that later in the tournament, where we got like hyper aggressive big snowbally comps. But they were able to play, a more scaling oriented composition, which is cool to see. And then from the side of Architect Souls, I just remember Aggression. Aggression's their AD carry. He plays Varus. They banned out his Varus. He picked Ezreal, popped off, and then he had that last Aphelios game where he was just unkillable. He's just a demon king. So it'll be interesting for sure. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I got my eyes on Aggression today. He was probably one of my favorite players to watch in the past week, so I'm very excited to see what he can pull out in the best of five. Before we get into this, we haven't had a new patch, I don't believe, so I don't think that picks and bans are going to be too skewed as far as patch goes. I
Yeah.
think, yeah. So it's going to be the same patch. Um, I don't think auction is available to be able to be played.
I mean, I don't even know if they would play it. Auction is one of those like he's like so good in theory, but then when it comes to executing him in a real match, you just end up beating away 10 kills and it's rough. But
Yeah, but I
also
mean, the enemy team could get a penta, and then you could just respawn everyone.
that is true. You could just say, "Hey guys, come back to life." But I believe the players are doing the pro draft, so they're just going to run through that real quick, and then we'll hop into our own pick and ban. But let us know in the chat room. There's quite a few of you chatting in there. Aggression waiting room. That is true. Let
Russian
us know
waiting room.
what team are you here for? Do you think Architects of Soul is going to win, or if you guys think Clumsy is? I mean, I'm excited to see Clumsy again. I remember how hype that Vayne pick was. I was just like, oh my god, let's go. And then that Cho'Gath got huge, man. Oh, it's gonna be fun.
They also had really good macro from what I remember. I know I was probably making a few jokes about the clumsy execution name and how they perfectly executed some plays, and I was like, well, that's not very clumsy of them.
Yeah, I
So
know.
I think that their macro is also really up there, and I'm excited to see how Architects pairs against that because, like we saw last week, Architects was very strong across the map and was not letting go on the offense.
Yeah, they started snowballing and they got out of control. As soon as they like got a hold of the
Yeah.
game, it was bad. And I'm gonna be interested in what type of picks we have. Like there's just some staple picks of like this tournament. Like Diana Jungle is just one of those
Mm-hmm.
staples. If it's up, it's picked and it absolutely pops off. Super strange, but one of those super strong picks. I mean, the Nocturne constantly getting banned away. And also I believe I think it was Clumsy Execution possibly. I think they played the Hecarim, which we've seen plenty of times in this tournament as well. So junglers I feel are very prevalent picks. You know, a lot of the pick and bans go towards the jungle side. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they choose.
And jungle is one of the most influential roles in the game. I mean, you have the ability to gank mid, top, bot. You kind of just
Yeah.
control the entire map. So picking a champion that is able to not only clear fast, but able to really defend their teammates as far as ganks go is going to be huge. And that's exactly what Diana, Xin Zhao, Hecarim, that's what these champions all do.
Mhm.
And they're probably going to be relatively focused. I know we've been seeing Rengar bans left and right. I think every
Yeah, I
single week there was
don't
a Rengar
know.
ban.
I don't know what these Rengar bans are. I don't know if it's like a meme among the players or if it's an actual thing. Because we've yet to see it get picked. So hopefully we'll see it today. We got a best of 5 format today, so hopefully we're able to see that. But oh man, if we see that Rengar, because I believe maybe it was Clumsy. Someone there was one team that picked Kha'Zix and they did that W evolve build, and I was like, if we had Rengar versus Kha'Zix, that'd be insane. That'd
I
be,
forget what team that was.
I'm not sure, but
I do remember seeing that Kha'Zix and going the W evolve build, but
oh, Architect's Jungler is a Rengar one trick. I don't remember
oh
seeing that on op.gg. Maybe it's on an alt or something. That's wild. But
yeah, no,
that
I don't
that makes
either.
more sense now. That makes a lot more sense. Cause we every single draft we'd be like, why is this Rengar getting banned? You just got
Where's
absolutely smoked
Rengar?
by this other pick. Like, but that's interesting. Thank you for the information in chat. Uh Seems like the lobby had some issues. They should be finishing up the pro draft, then we should be hopping into our own pick and ban here pretty soon. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see what picks they go for. If they go towards more scaling again, or if they just, game one. It's a game one in a best of five. I feel like this is a moment where you just go hot and heavy. You just,
Hmm.
you just try to go as aggressive as possible and try to catch them off guard. But it will
Try
be
to
really
find out the enemy team's play style, little things like that. That's kind of like what your first game is, first scouting game, watching how the enemy's going to play. They, for instance, want to get early heralds, then you can find a way to counter that.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be really focused on these first two games.
Yeah, and I feel like it's been a while since we've seen the legendary 8-minute Herald play, the one you love so much. So also, it's been a minute since we've seen Lilia, which is another champion you love to see. In your opinion, at week one, it was like the first patch where Lilia got changed, and you were
Yeah.
like, "Listen, man, she might be broken now." Are you still on that Lilia hype train, or
Oh
has that
yeah.
fallen off a bit? You
I'm
still
still on the Lilia hype train. Maybe not for
top
jungle.
jungle, or yeah, where are you
Not for
thinking?
jungle. I think Lilia is really strong top. I've been messing around with that one, but I actually was just watching a match where FPX Doinby picked Lilia mid. So I
Wow,
guess it's also capable of going there. And she's
going
also
there.
capable of building so many different things. I mean, I played a game the other day and I was like, I don't feel like dying this game. And I just went like 3 tank items.
Yeah, I believe when we saw it here in the tournament, it went like Frozen Heart second or something insane. We were just like, "Oh my god, this thing can't die."
You
It's
can
so
get away with
crazy.
going that first.
Really? So you just
Yeah.
you just rip 3 tank items and you're fine? You're still having that impact?
Oh
Is it just
yeah.
like the CC from the alt, or is it your base damage is high enough? What makes that like pick so strong?
It's like the sustain, so you can go full tank, and then your mythic item should be a Riftmaker if you're doing that.
Okay.
Because you go Conquer, and then Riftmaker also adds on to the Conquer heal. You're not building an insane amount of AP. You're probably getting only a Zhonya's and Riftmaker on top of the rest of your tank items. But
Mhm.
oh my, you have so much health to work with on top of so much healing to work with. And you also just sprint around the enemies in little circles because you're a
Yeah,
deer.
you just collapse. It creates a lot of space as well, like champs like that are just so
Mhm.
up in your face and annoying, and it'll be interesting.
And you get five
Oh,
man sleeps too.
yeah, we didn't really talk upon it, but in this tournament, for some reason, it is like an assassin's paradise where, like, I don't really feel like it's that much of an assassin meta, but everyone in this tournament just loves picking it, and we get to see these crazy 1v1s mid all the time. So
Mhm.
very excited to see some of that again as we are hopping into pick and ban. Of course, the tried and true when ban comes out first map.
Yep.
No surprise there.
That's a very
Extremely
typical
You're
one.
nothing but a
yeah, time and
broken
time again. The
sage.
Tom Kent.
That's also a typical one.
What was his name? What was his name? Kitty, I think. Kitty.
Kitty gonna
that was
jump.
for Kitty right there. Kitty gonna jump. He put up that ban right there. He showed the strength. Oh man, that is awesome. The Diana ban, of course. We were talking about that earlier. How strong of a pick it's been for every single team here. Thresh ban, I do remember. I'm pretty sure it's Architect of Souls. Support Mage is actually a Thresh one trick. He got it, I believe, in that last game. But interesting to ban it out. The Gracchus, though.
I really like the bans coming from both sides. All of these are just such strong picks. Very smart to take them all off the table. I mean, you have Viego, you have Gwen. I mean, release date champs, and Architects is just going ham on the bot lane. Leona Tristana.
I was gonna say that's pretty like against what Aggression usually plays. He's usually playing like these scaling, Varus, Ezreal, kind of like sit back and poke champs, but opting into the Leona Tristana, just saying we're gonna run you down. I mean, I like the Death Arrow, picking up Ezreal there. I do believe Death Arrow is actually 30 to carry as well. Not 100%
Yeah.
sure on that, but I feel like it's ringing a bell. But I like the pick on the Ezreal. Definitely a safer pick. It's gonna be a lot harder for Leona to get onto him, but still possible. And then once they stick on, Ezreal's gonna struggle to survive there.
Curious, where's this Gragas going? Is that the support? Or is this gonna be a jungle Gragas? I see a lot of support Gragas.
Ooh, the Lee Sin. As a Lee Sin main myself, I am excited. I think it might be support. Yeah,
Yeah,
I believe it is support.
in the Karthus jungle.
Oh, and the Fiora pickup. Yep, we saw that last week. This man's Fiora was dominant, so gonna be a lot of fun here. The Gragas though, that's
I like
wild.
it.
I believe he played Karma last time in that week one.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Karma, Karma. I do
Hmm.
remember. But the Gragas pick here is actually extremely intelligent. It's a Leona counter. If people
Hmm.
don't know, you just body slam Leona when she tries to go in, and it cancels it. So adding a little bit of extra safety in the bot lane for Ezreal because Tristana Leona will be trying to kill on repeat.
It also
Yeah.
is good against Lee Sin. It's one of those champs that like you can't insect off of. Like most
It's good
champs you
against
can.
Tristana too.
Oh, honestly, yeah. It's honestly Gragas is actually a phenomenal pick now that we like, dissected it a bit. But I also do like the Lucian into the Rise. I think or maybe Lucian top. But actually wait, that's Karthus jungle.
No,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
Urgot
it's
top.
it's gonna be Lucian in the mid versus
But
Raz.
Lucian against Rise, he should win those trades early and be able to set up, bit of a wave there, but it's gonna be interesting. I do like these compositions for game one. I mean, it's gonna be hot and heavy. And as a top lane, I haven't played a lot of top lane. You are experienced top laner.
Play a ton of
How does
top
the
lane.
Fiora Urgot matchup? Because I feel like Urgot just has some weird matchups where he just absolutely destroys, and then others where he just gets destroyed. So,
I think he can win it. I haven't seen many people play Urgot, but Fiora definitely has the upper hand.
mhm.
Urgot has a really slow E animation, so kind of gives Fiora like 30
The
years to think about
repose.
if she wants to press W. And that would be pretty easy to pick up if she aims it correctly too.
Yeah, true,
No, it'll
true.
be interesting to see how that one goes.
Be interesting. Um, Summoners, we can actually check them out. Going for the double TP on the side of Architects, I do think that's the right call. And actually, Lucian opting for Exhaust. Is that good against Rise? I feel like it's pretty
There's
good.
there's a lot of damage on the enemy team regardless, so I think exhaust is pretty safe.
I feel
You can
like,
exhaust Lee or Rise.
yeah, Rise or even like Fiora necessarily. Um, Also, Death Arrow opting for Exhaust and having Frostborn take Ignite. And
Yeah,
that's
double exhaust.
double exhaust. They're going to be a tired team of architects. That's all I know. Going to be some sleepy boys. They're not making any buildings, but yeah, I'm excited to see the Karthus jungle too. It's something I've always wanted to try playing, and I've never really given a shot. But it's something so powerful, man. It's one of those kind of cringe champs. Where you, as a jungler, I'm like, really? That's being played. That's meta, man. Karthus jungle. Why can't we just go back to Lee Sin, Gragas, Sejuani meta? You know what I mean? The good old days. But now we got Karthus. I mean, absolute power pick, giving his team the AP damage that they needed. I think that's a huge pickup. But yeah, it's gonna
Yeah,
be
you
fun.
can kind of just farm most of the game. His ganks are not going to be anything insane, obviously. It's Karthus. He doesn't have much CC. The most he can do is drop that W and try to walk in and do any damage at all.
Mm-hmm.
So his ganks are going to be a little bit lackluster. The most famous Karthus gank is farming and then pressing R. That
Yeah.
is the famous Karthus gank.
The only thing I'm a little concerned about comp wise is now that we've like talked about it, like what's like the strategy for Clumsy Execution's composition? You know what I mean? Like, are they planning to fight around objectives? Is that like their main goal? Because like I feel like architects have kind of like a clear, you know, idea with their composition. With the Rise Fiora, you can set up a 1-3-1, but also with the Lee Sin Leona, you can also, pick up an early lead. You can fight around things. Like you have a form of engage. I feel like with Clumsy, it's kind of like all over the place with like the Ezra Lucian pick. They kind of just like flex and kind of do whatever. And I guess their main form of engage is going to be that Gragas. Because again, we talked about that Urgot E is very, very slow. So
Yeah.
We're gonna see how they do maneuver their composition that they've made here. Clumsy execution. They'll prove me wrong time again. They picked Vayne into like I think it was like Draven or something insane. I was just like, what are they doing? But they'll probably pull it off and make me eat my words. But as we do hop into game one here, see if there's any cheesy invades. Doesn't
Yeah,
look
game
like
one
that.
underway. Big 5 point. My favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody just looking at each other there. As we have some corrupting pots in the mid, so I'm going to assume that's some Time Warp Tonic. There has been some new rumored tech going on when you're playing a mage and you start with Futures Market. And
Mm-hmm.
you start with the Sapphire Crystal with the triple pot. You have Time Warp Tonic on top of it. So the pots will heal you extra. And you basically are able to back on like wave 4 or 5 and be able to afford a lost chapter like right off the rip. And in mid, that's extremely good if you're able to pull that off, because if you pull a cheater off on like 4 or 5, then you come back to lane with a whole lost chapter, and that is such a large item to have as a mage.
Ooh, as they're actually going for like a late invade here at 130. Probably gonna be able to snag this red without them even knowing. I mean, they might catch an inkling on how, it would be bold, but imagine they just went through try as a 3-man and just ganked bot right now. Gave it the Earth special, you know what
I'd
I
like
mean?
to see it. That'd be
That
kind
would
of
be,
interesting. He
he
ain't gonna do
definitely
it
blows
though.
some sums. I don't think he's gonna do it. I think by the way they walked into lane, they should know that he took the red, but it doesn't seem like any pings are going out acknowledging that information, so.
Yeah, I think they actually dodged the vision when they came back and made it look like they leashed his blue. Not 100% sure, as Spicer just flashes in with the Lee Sin level 2 gank. He goes a little deep though.
Say, he is only level 2, so he's gonna have to flash there. I mean,
Oh, the Karthus!
Oh, he doesn't have W.
Karthus gets it!
Oh, Arthas gets it right there. Spicer potentially trying to trade back, but is a Rise early game. He's going to struggle. And that was a big pickup. Frostborn getting a nice little knock-up on Aggression, but Aggression trading it back with Monsu. A bloody game to begin, man. Wild. I was going to say, I'm very surprised he took that Lee Sin Q because he got exhausted. As another fight's happening again. Frostborn potentially going to go down. The exhaust coming out. These players are not ready for the exhaust. They keep getting caught so off guard as Death Arrow is just slowly trading
he might
it back.
be able to do this. He has flash.
He has flash. He could, the flash EQ just auto him down. But
this is really bad for Architects. They have to back here, and Death Arrow doesn't have to. So they're going to be missing out on a little bit of experience. And I just want to go back to that Karthus play because that is huge for him. Karthus is not an early game champion. And when you get a kill, it is going to just push you so far into the lead. And here he is now, being able to pick up that bottom scuttle, probably going to be able to pick up the top one too after this, as there's not really any contest coming from Architects.
Yeah, that's going to be terrifying. I mean, it was kind of wacky because a fight broke out, so I had to stop talking. But Lee Sin got exhausted, and I believe he went QE, of course, normally. And he didn't have his W up, and he took the Q under turret while exhausted. And I was like, whoa, there's no way he's getting that kill. Fortunately, has to flash away, but since he flashed away, there was no way to get away from the Karthus flashing over the wall like a Chad. And as we're actually seeing, it seems like a bit of a Fiora-oriented matchup here. She still has her pod as well. Full mana bar, but I haven't really got to see too much what's going on up here.
Yeah, I think he got the upper hand on the first few waves and was able to push it in, but now Fiora with the stacking wave coming back probably is able to get it back off, but there's actually a TP coming out from Rise to defend from the Lucian.
Yeah.
And this is a weird play because now Karthus is stuck mid farming. Not ideal at all. Is he able to get that in? Yeah, he is. Wow. Never mind how impressive that was.
Karthus is able to crash that, which is definitely good for him. I mean, and this this Kragus pick is actually looking to be so strong. It's like winning fights against the Leona Tristana, which is just so strange.
Only when he has Aftershock up, though, as you saw there. When he doesn't have Aftershock, he takes a good deal of damage from Tristana. So he needs to play around that cooldown a little bit more. And Fiora might be able to get a solo kill here. He's looking for it, but not going to be able to finish it off, as farm is pretty even across the board except for the bot lane. Aggression not really able to land these minions, and Leona's just going to die here, going in 1v2.
Narnia in comparison. Lonsu, I don't think the comps are that good there. Not being on the same page as the TP comes out. Gank onto Blank here, and actually,
Wow.
gonna pick it up, but no,
Nope.
actually would like get away with the flash Q. Nice little maneuver there to survive that gank. Definitely not, you know, what you love to see out of them, but at least able to survive and not give away that gold, as Squiddos does start the dragon.
First drag of the game at 6 minutes. This is going to be pretty good for Architects. They're going to be able to start their stacking. You know, the 12 minutes comes around. We'll have another dragon. Actually, my mistake. It's going to be 11 minutes. And then we're looking at potentially like a 22, 23 minute soul if they're able to score every dragon. And that that's going to be a huge advantage, as the culling, but he's just going to fall. How unfortunate.
Lonsu does have flash, so he should be able to make it out.
Yep, there it is.
Nice
Flash
little kill to
away.
pick up there. Onto the Lee Sin, which, you know, is never bad, you know. It's a very snowbally champ, so getting gold on him, get it early is definitely good. And yeah, I mean, weird look out of side of Lonsu and aggression. Ooh, that E just missing. Frost Morning, trying to predict it, also misses. But oh my god, Lonsu might go down to the Karthus, and he does. Karthus picks up another kill. Already level 6. And wow.
Yeah, Karthus being this ahead this early is not something you want to see. He has 2 kills, out farming Lee, and you know, I really like the attempt from Frost Morning on the Gragas to try and predict that E. Not sure if he wanted to get hit by it or what his plan was, but it was definitely something, and he did a little drive-by, wasn't able to actually get hit by it or hit the Leona, so he just kind of walked away from that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think he was like predicting the Leona to hit it on the Karthus, and he was gonna block it mid-E, but they both whipped, so they just both looked like a bit of monkeys there. But you know, when you're so 5-head, sometimes, you know, you look dumb to the average player. But you know, gold lead, you know, out like 2K, it's pretty good for the side. You know, making the composition work. Again, Clumsy execution. I was talking about how their comp seems a little weird, but again, able to, you know, get this lead on the Karthus, which normally isn't the case with this champion. You know, if you're able to do this composition will work for sure. As Squiddos is potentially looking for a top gank here. He does have kick up.
Yeah, this might actually work for them if he's able to land that Q. He has the flash. He will be able to toss that Urgot directly into his Fiora. They tried pulling Rise up, but this guy's not making any dangerous moves, as I think he knows what's going on. This one might be a little bit aggressive, but I think, yeah, Lee Sin had already backed at that point. So nothing that he wants to do up there. And yeah, like you said, it's a little bit of a gold lead, around 1,500. Not anything crazy, but enough to get them started. Wow, what a parry. That was a really good repost from Fiora.
I don't know, that was on the ulti, correct? Is that what I
Yeah,
just saw?
that was right on the ult.
That was really good reaction. That was potentially death. As Heavy's going for a big trade here onto Spicer, and there we go. The Karthus ult falls down, and Karthus picking up his 3rd kill of the game. Oh god.
Oh, Karthus ganks are just too good. Like I said, press R. Best gank ever.
Literally. And Lucian able to just all in like that. Force out the flash as well. That is, you know, a tragedy for Spicer here. But see what they're able to do. Honestly, not touched upon, but Death Arrow is, just free farming essentially in the spot lane now. Doesn't even have to fear the Tristana, and that's huge for them. Your AD carry able to get this far ahead against Tristana Leona is a bit scary for the reality of the team that has the Tristana Leona. Usually you're, really shoving the aggression down the other team's throat, just absolutely picking up huge leads, but unable to
Seems
do
like
so.
they're shoving the throat down aggression right now.
Yeah, I know, honestly. Uno reverse card. It's not looking so hot, but hopefully,
Yeah.
again, this Tristana Leona can just turn up. The fight breaks up as Pink Name is actually getting ganked here, trying to go for the 2v1. Presses the ult, gets the repose. He's healing so much as Spizer actually teleports up with his ultimate ability. Potentially going to be able to trade back a kill, trying to get it onto Opto, but unable to do so. And oh no, Karthus procs the ulti, getting the kill on him too, as Spizer's coming down to try to kill Death Arrow. Oh, but it's not looking so hot. He tried to kick Frost Morning into Death Arrow, unable to do so as Longsu actually comes through and helps finish that kill, as Aggression's actually able to pick up the one on Gragas, and that turns into a pretty profitable game from them. Hopefully
Yeah,
able to turn
cross
this
map
lane
play.
around.
That was a great idea from the side of Architects to try and turn that one around on the bottom side of the map. As what an amazing coordination play from both the Urgot and Karthus in the top lane. Urgot just managing to get that ult off and land it, but Karthus had to be able to get him down to that HP threshold, which he was able to do, and they were able to pick up, I believe, 2 kills up there, right? Yeah, it was Rise and Fiora, so they were able to pick up 2 for themselves as 2 were traded on the bot side. And that's the second dragon going the way of Architects.
Infernal Soul. I mean, any team loves an Infernal Soul, as actually they opt into swapping their bottom lane and top, as they take the dragon to potentially maybe go for a Rift Herald here. I do like this. And able to grab it.
Yeah, what a good play. They need to be able to drop that within the next minute and 30 seconds in order to get any value from it, actually. Dropping it after the turret plates generally doesn't give you a lot of value, as Lucian is not going to be able to play the game here, and he's just going to get taken out most likely. There he goes, drops him again. Yeah, Urgot's just kind of sitting here, taking up all the damage and not taking any damage. Well, no, he's actually getting pretty low due to Spizer's Rise. Doing a lot of damage.
Just missing that Q, unfortunately. If he was able to hit that, he potentially got an insect off, but unable to hit it. Now looking for a gank in the top lane here, as Frost Morning is kind of has a read on it, sitting in the bush, but he is sitting on a ward. Now fight is breaking out. TP coming out from, I believe, Urgot. She's gonna be able to pick up the kill. This is not looking good for the sides of Architects. This is falling apart. Aggression is still in the bottom lane. At least he's, getting a lot of gold from his plating, his turret, but a lot of gold going to the side of Clumsy as well.
Yeah, first turret probably going to go in the way of Clumsy. We see Death Arrow up there. Yep, he did tear that one down, and Aggression not able to do so, as he has to play against a different AD carry now. Lucian coming into the bot lane, and Spizor, you don't want to be there.
He's just trying to clear the Raptors. It gets a little bit greedy and gets taken out there. I mean, the game's looking like it's getting a bit out of hand with this Karthus already this strong, scaling so well into the late game. It is going to be a big problem, especially considering all their gold is on the Lee Sin. If it was on like the Tristana or Rise, that would be a bit more on the bandwagon of Architects, but having it on that champion that's eventually just going to fall off is going to definitely be an issue for sure.
Yeah, he's also 30 farm down on a Karthus. This is just not a sight that you see too often. Generally, Lee Sin is able to live in the Karthus's jungle. This game, he was not able to do that, and instead, I mean, he does have a few kills for himself, as we have a small engage in the mid. The kick goes wide, Leona goes wide, the Gragas cast actually almost saves him, but does fall in the end. What a Karthus wall that was, just slowing
Yeah,
the entire enemy
wow.
team.
Gonna
Urgot's
definitely pick
gonna
up
be able to pick up
Fiora.
one. That's gonna
Trade
be huge.
back.
Oh
Oh
my-
yeah, and it is falling apart for the sides of Architect. Clumsy execution, picking up 4 kills there in the mid lane, and
I'm gonna be
getting
honest, man.
turret.
That was some clumsy execution right there, but it worked out in the end.
I know, and it was what, dude. This combination between the Karthus and the Urgot ult is honestly so funny because Urgot ults someone, and then Karthus ults them as well, gets them into the range of the Urgot ult, and they just get sucked up. It's crazy. It's
I feel like usually it's you want to get them low so Karthus can ult them, but now it's kind of the other way around between the two, where it's like,
yeah, they're just
okay,
like,
I need to get them
everyone
low so
press
you
R,
can.
they're gonna die. They're gonna die. We'll figure it out after. Everyone press R, we'll figure it out. As man, that was some crazy stuff coming out. I mean, this gold lead is just getting out of hand now. You know,
Yeah, let's take a minute. We'll see what kind of items there are across the board. I have not seen this one before, a Divine Sunder on the Urgot. So that's an interesting one. I don't even think he benefits from the magic pen, but quite interesting. As Lucian with the Gale Force, I don't see that one too often anymore.
yeah, I feel like that was like way back in the day when we saw Lucian mid with the new item reworks, but yeah, I feel like the other options are just better as aggression coming in on
Oh, he's
heavy.
dead.
Big solar flare hits. Oh my god, and they're trading it back.
Death Arrow,
That's a-
wrong Nexus.
Yeah, that was a nice little gold to pick up here. As Urgot is now left the only one with a bounty on us at 500 gold. If they're able to get that. And Squiddo's thinking about taking that Q, but living in the reality that there's a Gragas right there, you just know that Insect is gonna fail, and you're gonna look like a bot. And I know that feeling, man. It's very frustrating. So opting into being smart and waiting. Squiddo's actually just getting poked out here as they try to pick up this Infernal Drake. I do think this is potentially a good idea for them. But oh my god, this damage man he got in there.
It's the classic Karthus. Wow. That repost from Fiora, but still dies to Death Arrow.
And Squiddo's, if you landed that Q, you could have potentially smited the dragon away.
The Gragas, he was there.
But unable
No way.
to get that steal away. That would have put them on soul point. But now just trying to make that great escape here, you know?
Yeah, he's going for a walk. He'll be able to get out. Gragas is not going to be able to chase that one down.
Yeah, he's definitely going for the ride though. He's like, you better confront him, bro. You're not back in here yet. And as they start to clear away his jungle, putting this deficit in CS even further away.
I really would have liked to see the other Lucian build come out. I don't think like auto attack Lucian is good anymore with the Gale Force.
What's the other build?
It's Eclipse Man Immune with the slowy ones, Relative's Grudge.
Right, the Grudge, yep.
It basically makes your ultimate do a ton of damage. And then you're like a caster as well, because you have the ability slows and you have some pretty good abilities to use. Another engage in the mid lane.
Oh, Gragas used to see. Oh, Widow's getting hit by the Urgot ult. He actually might make it away as they're actually trying to turn this back. Able to proc the Fiora ult up, but aggression is just getting deleted by everyone there. Having to jump away. I mean,
MVP is Karthus.
I know.
He just dies and does so much damage. He's the MVP, man. Like,
this aggression might get 1v1 by the red buff. Yeah, no, the Karthus, you think you're getting a pick, and then the Karthus dies, and then you're in the center of the whole enemy team, as Karthus is still doing more damage than your whole team, and it just becomes a tragedy. Like, you're crying in the club at that point. It's just, it's very unfortunate, especially since the Karthus has 6, 3, and 11 with 136 farm at 19 minutes. I mean, this guy is a monster, so I don't even know what the answer really is. I mean, if they're able to rock this 1-3-1 and able to get a split off, but all the side laners on the side of Clumsy Execution are so much stronger than the side laners of Architects here, so definitely
Yeah.
a tough situation. They have to keep trying to go for these picks to get these shutdown gold, but it's getting increasingly more difficult for sure.
Kaiser's not looking too hot in the mid. He only has 150 farm at 20 minutes. Not something you want to see on your Rise players because that champion is basically built for farming. And in an 0-5 score line, it's not really going to help your case that much. But 2 minutes left on this Infernal Dragon. We were talking about earlier how Architects had a chance at around a 22-minute soul. That chance is now gone, as this Urgot, I didn't even notice, is 7-0 and 5. I did not know that. He is a 700 gold bounty.
He has, yeah, he's the biggest bounty on the. He's actually do start pairing. Okay.
I don't know if they're going to be able to do this. I mean, they have almost a 10k gold lead. Rise
GP
is
coming up,
teleporting.
right? Yeah.
I don't
Well, they
think...
know this might be the throw that they needed, as the solar flare misses really anyone important. Lansu gonna go down here. Gonna trade one back onto the Gragas, but the ulti comes out, chunking everyone. As you can see on the right side, everyone's health bar just getting deleted.
Yeah, they might even be able to hop right back on this Baron because the health bars are a little too low for Architects, and oh god, sitting here pretty healthy. He's feeling good right now. All Karthus has to do is Q.
I mean, Rise is going to be able to use his ult to teleport back faster if he does try to go for it. They seem to be unaware, though. They don't actually know they're on it. But Clumsy thinks they do know that they're on it, trying to go for the kill on. I guess killing
That's
the
huge.
smite is sick. That kick could be huge. Doing the bowling, killing the Urgot. That's a huge shutdown onto the Rise. Aggression is just getting destroyed by the Baron, though. The Baron is MVP. As Heavy comes back over, Lansu getting a stun, a big solar flare. Spizer is getting so much gold here, as he's probably going to go down to Death Arrow and Frost Morning, but man, that is so good for Architects, man. They got so much gold onto their Rise there.
You know, it's so good for them, but at the same time, it was an ace in the favor of Clumsy, and Death Arrow was able to pick up, I believe, 4 or 5 kills during that entire team fight. He ulted twice within like 30 seconds. I didn't even know what happened. I was like, did this man just not press R? And he just pressed it again. He's too fed right now. He is way too fed.
He just really did free hit that whole time hitting Qs. That is so crazy. I mean, double Infernal onto the side of blue side here. I mean, Clumsy execution definitely still in the driver's seat, but I mean, I'm gonna
4
be real.
Infernals on Karthus? I can't even
It's
imagine.
gonna be so tragic if that hits that stage, man. Oh no. Honestly, although I think that was the best case scenario for Architects. I'm not even gonna lie. I think that was they got him off the Baron. They picked up the shutdown on Rise, so Rise isn't irrelevant anymore. I mean, their Fiora is still pretty down bad. She kind of just throws out the ult, tries to proc it, and then goes down. But it's really up to, you know, Lansu on this Leona hitting these solar flares, and then Rise and Tristana to actually finish off the kills. But let's see if they're able to do anything. I mean, Squidow's potentially getting caught out here. But oh my god, the instant jump over by Aggression as Heavy takes out Spizor. Ulti coming out onto a oh no, and it's
Was he able to do this? The Leona 1v1 onto the Lucian? No!
Lucian grabs it, the 2v1. I mean, definitely a lot of help coming out from the
Karthus.
result coming out, but man, yeah, now this is just gonna go into Baron. I mean, Blank Name is just bought. He's actually attempting to TP actually. He did TP the pit. Probably not gonna survive too long there. And yeah, Aggression coming over. Maybe trying to, you know, make the play like Faker. Grabbing one, jumping away. I mean,
The Faker player right here.
Oh no, Aggression. I don't know if you make it out here, buddy, but you know, getting that kill on Solution at least, you know, trying his best. Oh no. If they get to 4 Infernals, man.
I'm telling you, man, that Karthus ult is going to nuke the enemy team. And I don't even know what hit him.
It's actually gonna one shot. So
And he
scary.
doesn't even have a Rabidons. I don't even think he knows that Rabidons exists.
He doesn't need one. He's gonna have
It's
more than
probably gonna
enough.
be his last item,
Yeah,
to be
for
fair.
sure.
Oh,
We need to
and we
talk
do
about.
see the Frozen Heart on Ezreal. I like it. They have two melee attackers, and if they get on you, that AoE attack speed slow is actually going to be very helpful to him.
Hmm.
And it gives him a ton of mana that adds on to the Marimana damage. I mean, you understand the rest.
Of course, of course. I do believe that is such a good pickup. I mean, one of those staples, from the blue Ezreal builds from even way, way back in the day, Just buy everything blue and you're pretty good on Ezreal, honestly. Look in the shop. Unless you're colorblind, it's pretty easy to build. But as, name, I
Wait,
thought potentially going to catch out, Heavy there, potentially picking up a 1v1 that could favor him, walking blind to that bush, but actually
oh my.
Name getting destroyed as Squiddos
Oh,
might
is this gonna
actually
kill him?
die here.
Oh
he
no.
did.
Okay,
Taking
so
huge
actually,
turret shots.
I want to talk about that really quick because I've been seeing all over Twitter about the Smite heal.
Mhm.
People have been complaining about how much Smite heals you for. It heals you for more than Summoner heal at like max level in the game. And it's just a big complaint going around that's like, why does Smite heal you for so much as Frost Morning might actually go down here as I'm speaking, but it's that
Aggression like
interaction.
2v1ing the bot lane. Hello?
What
What
was
is
the
going on?
the W into the cast? What was that interaction?
Yeah,
It's so
don't
weird.
think about it. Don't think about it.
I want to go back and watch that one. But yeah, Smite heal kind of broken. People don't like it. Too
Oh,
strong.
I agree 100%. I mean, I think it was like better back in the day when it was like you smite blue, you get mana, you smite red, you get health. You know what I mean? I felt like that made sense. But
It's just too much of a heal.
maybe, yeah, knocking it back a bit. But I feel like they have it in there, so like, because they wanted to make jungle kind of accessible to any champion. Like
Yeah.
any champion can jungle. Look at it, just smite it. You're full HP. Where I mean, now it's like a broken role in a way where it's been unfortunate. But aggression,
Definitely see that.
aggression just doesn't care. And honestly, aggression has 3 items. Like
Wait, where
they're
is it?
behind, but mid 80 carry have 3 items. Like team fights, if fought poorly by Clumsy, if they actually had some clumsy execution, could go the other way as Heavy is just running down the Tristana, Gale forcing onto him. It's honestly a terrifying sight to see as the third dragon gets picked up for clumsy execution. One dragon away from the good old Infernal Soul, making this Karthus an actual nuke. He has 25 kills on Modern Warfare 2. He literally just presses R and the whole team dies. So, ticking time bomb for sure.
Yep. The Karthus farm is surprisingly large as I think aggression might be able to. Actually, no, he's dead because he didn't get the proc on the bomb, so he couldn't W out. Now Death Arrow is going to take a little 1v1 against Fiora. Has the stopwatch.
So many stopwatches coming
Yep.
out.
Going golden.
Gets kicked away. This is probably gonna be it, unless Pfizer just absolutely fakers out here.
No.
Where it's not looking so like
What's happening
Lonzo
here? Run it back,
again, but actually
dude!
wins with the run back. But unfortunately, that's an ace coming out for clumsy execution. They're gonna be able to just clean up all these structures here and close out game one. I mean, I like the bold plays coming out from Architects, showing signs of life, even, with a 10k plus gold lead on the other side of the rift. But well played by Clumsy, though. That is, they show a different side of them that we didn't really see. We saw their scaling, but they're just able to pick scaling and win early. It just makes no sense. They just pull it off every time.
Yeah, very impressive. And it really started with that Karthus just being able to pick up a few kills here and there. And he really pushed that lead into his favor. I didn't see a Rabadon's the troll cap come out, but I was really hoping to see that.
You got the Medjais though, which
He
is
did
so
have the troll
bold.
book.
It's so bold on a champ that is designed around dying to buy the
Yeah.
Medjais.
That's like you
But he's
want
just
to
like,
go
"I'm
in.
fine. If I die, I'll just get the kills while I'm dead. We're chilling. I'll get them back. We're fine, guys." But I mean, Death Arrow, I feel like kind of went under the radar there. I mean, other than that one fight, he's 16-2-9. My man just popped off. That the Ezreal Gragas bot was honestly so much stronger than I thought it would be. I mean, Tristana Leona not able to do anything really into it. Lansu just trying his best, as you could tell. He's like 210 and 10, 10 deaths, but at least, making those assists happen, trying to get as many kills as he can for his team. Definitely going down in the making, but great showing from Clumsy for sure.
Yeah, going into the second game, you need to start thinking like picks and bans because they did take out a lot of the power picks. I will
Mm.
not lie, the bans, I don't think I had any problem with the bans. But the thing is, the picks you might have a problem with because the picks might have been too strong for you to even deal with. I mean, I'm sure that they weren't expecting the Karthus to get ahead, but the Ezreal is something that I want to look at because, like you said, he went under the radar and he played extremely well the entire game. He seems so comfortable on that Ezreal. So maybe that one will fly into the playbook of them as
Hmm.
they get into the next ban phase very soon. Before
Yeah,
we do so, I do want to shout out our sponsors one more time before this game starts. DAbo donor for this tournament. Everyone in this tournament had gone and bought their sandwich. That's why they're here. That's why they're able to play. They were
exactly. And
out
just
eating.
because the tournament's over, still go get your sandwich.
Oh
It's not
yeah,
over.
no, absolutely. You
Exactly.
might not be able to play in the qualifier or anything, but I mean, you can go eat.
Go get their sandwiches. They're bomb. But continue, continue, continue.
And then I want to shout out Sirius for all the peripherals that they were able to give out during all of our qualifiers. And then Esports Gateway ourselves. Don't forget to check us out. And then League of Legends, Riot Games. I mean, all the skins, all the fun, all the patch notes, all the Karthus. Thank you for that.
Oh, absolutely, for sure. As we're filling up this lobby right now, all the players still getting back in from last game. Man, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the pick and bans are. I want to see one the Rengar get picked. I believe it was Architects that have the Rengar one trick.
Yeah.
Opted into the least in there. I mean, aggressive champ, similar to Rengar in a way, where a big leads early, tries to snowball out of control. But I'd like to see the Rengar since there was no Rengar ban. But I think honestly, if I was Architects, I would first pick Ezreal. I don't think it's worth a ban, and aggression has been shown to play it. Where like I think you just first pick it. It's a good blind pick. It's really safe. I feel like it's a good call because I don't think banning it's a good call, but I don't think playing against it again is in your favor at all. But what are your thoughts on the draft?
Uh, I'm with you. I want to see the Rengar. I don't think that there is much wrong with either team's draft necessarily. Think
Mm-hmm.
it was just really well played by the side of Clumsy. I mean, they had their strategies, and when it really came down to the micro adjustments, like we saw in the top lane one time when they landed the Urgot ult, but Karthus had to land a single Q in order for the Urgot ult to go off. Little things like that was kind of the turning point for them, I would say. Less so the draft, more so just the mechanical outplay that they had.
Mm-hmm. And do you think that they let the Karthus go through? Because I feel like the Karthus was like the center core of their composition. At least in the way that they won that last game, Karthus was like the biggest threat. Like as soon as he got that first kill, my man was dropping ults from all over the place, just killing so many people.
The
Just like
best gank.
every and it's crazy because it's just like and like I didn't really even think about it. We were talking about their drafts like at the start. I was like, man, I don't know what they're gonna do in these fights. It's gonna be so like scruffy and like but with the Karthus, it was so kind of like scuffed fights where fights were going on like in one side and one side, but it doesn't matter where the fights are. Karthus is just alting everyone, and they just won the fights all over the place because of it. Where it was such a good pick. Where honestly, I think it, I think I would ban it. I wouldn't want to go against it again. They tried, they were doing all right, trying to kill it early and then like get out with the Tristana, but as soon as it gets that far ahead, it's getting the Zanyas. Like you can't really even take advantage of it as much. Definitely a rough setting to play against for sure, but
Yeah, I don't think Karthus is worth the ban.
You think?
Maybe it is something that you're just afraid of, but
Oh
you
well,
know, like I
what if they
said, Lee Sin should have been living in his jungle rent free.
That's what. Yeah, he could have taken advantage of it. But that's what I was gonna say. Because I was thinking, what do you pick against it? Because again, we were talking about how in this tournament, usually most players, like the teams, opt in draft wise, just banning a champion instead of trying to pick a counter pick to it. Where I was thinking of counter picks to the problem Karthus, and it's Lee Sin. Like that's like my go-to answer. I'm like, Lee Sin's phenomenal at that. He'll just get in your jungle and mess you up. They weren't able to do it with the pick, so not sure. I think they're
Unfortunately, I think all the picks that I would like to pick were banned. Xin
right.
Zhao,
Xin Zhao, Diana.
Diana, Gwen.
That is true.
Those are probably all the picks that I would go for. Just something that has the gap closer. You really do. That's the thing is you need a gap closer against Karthus because if you can't
Mhm.
get close, then you're just gonna get queued left and right.
Yeah, but I think that was their problem because they had Leona and Lee Sin, but I mean Lee Sin against Gragas is a nightmare. That is just a nightmare. Like you need someone that can get in more reliably and not just like have your plans soiled after one Q. So I agree. I mean they had the Leona though. It's gonna be tough. I do hope the side of architects actually opt into a more like settle down bot lane. Not to say they can't play aggressive, but I feel like aggression really like holds on to like farm leads really well and is able to scale into the late game without having kills early. So I don't think they have to opt into that early strength. They can actually just scale onto later and just, flat out say like, the good old top lane salute where you're just like, we're gonna AFK, brother. Let's just farm out. And, you know, I think they're able to do that. So does seem like they are finishing up their pro draft. All the players are hopping into their correct spots, and we should be hopping into our draft of our own. Once again, before we hop into this game, guys, make sure you follow the channel, Esports Gateway here. We host a bunch of tournaments, of course, League, Rocket League, Valorant, CSGO. You'll see us everywhere. So if you guys want to compete in those tournaments or even watch and hang out with us in the chat room, make sure to drop the follow as we do hop into game 2 here. The Tom Kench band. Kitty gonna jump. Another saludo to you, brother. You're the reason that's getting banned. That wasn't seen in this tournament the whole time. You pulled it out. Props to you, brother.
It was first patch. It was reworked though, so.
Oh, true. I mean, but he's still our hero. As the Ziggs, phenomenal pick. A bunch of teams have been showing how strong this is in the bottom lane. Banning it out. Xin Zhao getting banned. But Lucian, that's their choice of target ban for the side of Architects, banning that out.
And the Ziggs ban too. Ziggs has been just tearing up a storm in the past few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Just really destroying the bot lane. And he also can go mid.
See, and the Rengar ban, not letting it through this game, unfortunately. So I don't think they banned it last game. But that does leave something open in the jungle where I'm interested to see if they're going to pick it. The Diana is, wide right now. The Diana
it is open.
Aggression opting into a Aphelios, I do like that. He played that last week phenomenally, so I'm going to see as Thresh is
Mordekaiser, I like that.
Akali, okay. Death Arrow opting into Ezreal again. I mean, I would as well if I got 16 kills on any champ. I would be locking it in next game. No matter what lane, I'd be like, yeah, guys, I got this. Don't worry. I've got momentum, but let's see what bans come out after these first 3 picks from both sides. The Malphite. Okay.
Let me at him.
Interesting. As Jack's just anyway. Is Malphite good into Mordekaiser? I feel like Malphite's good into no one.
Malphite is probably the best champion in the game, actually.
Oh, Yasuo, what? Oh my god, this is gonna be fun. No, they got the combo again! No way! Oh,
this is gonna be disastrous.
Ladies and gentlemen, we saw this combination one game already this tournament. And when I mean it was insane, Diana just has to close her eyes. She just doesn't even have to play the game. She just goes in, ults, Yasuo ults, Ezreal ults. Everything is just thrown at that one spot, and it is insane. So this is going to be so fun to watch. As Viego actually gets picked for the sides of architects. I mean, I like both teams' comps here. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be wild. I am
Oh
so
my. It's a combo, and it's a combo that you have to land. Now, it's not one in which it's like you have to hit all five enemies with your Diana ult. It's more of just
yeah.
hit an enemy and just ult. Like
I That's how we saw it the last game we saw it was they actually just were going for like 2-man alts.
two
You just find
mans,
two
yeah.
players, hop in, 2-man alt, get 2 picks, you get every objective, the dragon's yours. You're stacking dragons, you get a turret for free. I mean, and then eventually enough 2-man picks, you just have a 5k gold lead and the team can't do anything. And that's going to be crazy, but I do believe uh, did we see Spires as a collie? I'm not sure because I believe we've seen someone's Akali and it was crazy. There was one
I
Akali
can't
that popped
remember.
off, but I remember screaming Spicer's name in a 1v1 situation, so I know he's capable of, these crazy 1v1 duels mid lane. So see what they do opt into it since it's probably going to be the Akali versus Yasuo. But I'm still a little confused about this Malphite ban. I I I don't know.
Well, okay, so I mean, here's the thing. Just disclaimer. This wasn't like the draft, so we don't know where champions were
Oh,
picked, where champions were banned.
oh,
This is
true.
the draft, and we go over it, but they do it elsewhere because not everyone has every champion in the game. So, yeah, maybe they were worried about the Malphite being picked for whatever reason, and just wanted
Oh
to take
yeah,
it
but
out.
I just don't think we've seen the Malphite yet. Have we seen a Malphite? Maybe one this whole tournament series, but
Maybe. Oh,
that's why
actually, wait. Does
I don't think it was
Malphite
in the
own a
Yasuo.
Nord?
That's what I was trying to think. Is he good into Mordekaiser? That's why I thought they would ban it.
The
But I'm not.
only reason I can see it working is when Mordekaiser tries ulting you, you ult away and you're unstoppable technically, so you don't get ulted. I don't even know if it puts it on cooldown or not,
How
but
would
if
that?
it does, then that would be probably the reason I'm thinking of it. Um, Other than that, yeah, I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I don't know. I've never seen in my entire life playing this game people be like, "Yeah, let me slam down Malphite when they pick Mordekaiser, boys. I've got this." I mean, Mordekaiser's been like a champ that's been pretty relevant in the top lane for a long time. So
And he
never seen.
recently got a little bit of a buff.
Yeah, I mean, I hate that man's ultimate, especially dude in the what was it? What was that game mode called where you got other people's ultimates? That rotating game mode.
Spellbook or whatever.
Spellbook. Yeah. When I was just getting Mordekaiser ulted by champions that have no right having Mordekaiser ult, oh that made me cringe. But as we can see here, Death Arrow actually opting into Exhaust again as Frost Morning's taking Ignite. And Summoner spells, pretty standard, blank name going for the Ignite teleport this time around. And because I believe he went for the Flash teleport last time, right? I don't believe he had the Ignite.
Okay, so, and we only have one teleport in the top lane.
Mm-hmm.
We have two ignites in the mid. So that might be a little bit of a scrap fest on our
Yeah,
hands
gonna be a
between
lot.
Akali and Yas.
Yeah, they're gonna be fighting. They have intent to kill each other. So we're gonna see as Viego picked in the jungle. We've seen this time and time again. But actually, yeah, I always mix up Spicer and Squidow's name. Like I read them wrong, and I'm like, did they
Yeah,
just switch roles again? But not the case. But no, yeah, Viego last time we saw him was really strong, both in the jungle and the mid lane role. So picked here in the jungle, should be doing pretty fine. As you said, they nerfed the Viego jungle recently, right? I believe
no, Viego lane.
Viego lane, so it's Viego jungle. That's better. Okay, that's good then.
Yeah,
Picked up Viego.
Viego jungle still up there. Just laning phase is tough for him now. Top mid
Mhm.
can't really sustain as much, but in the jungle, I believe it really wasn't touched that much. I I don't think
Okay.
so, at least. So
Hey,
I've been seeing
you'd
him
love to
still in the
see it.
jungle. I haven't seen him in a lane yet in the past few weeks. So
Oh God. I mean, Viego's gonna be scary. He has so much possibilities to what he can do with his champ in these fights, man. These resets just get out of control. He's picking up like Yasuo and Diana. It's gonna be stressful. But as we see here, it's a good old 5-point. Nothing really too big happening here. I'm interested to see. I think we're definitely gonna see a solo kill mid. If I was to vote on it, we definitely see a solo kill mid. I mean, top lane potentially as Spizor does DC. Maybe just disconnected. Maybe has to disconnect, reconnect for ping or FPS or something like that. But should be back soon here.
Brain lag, list goes on. I like the stopwatch here from Frost Morning on the rune page. He'll be able to use that pretty effectively in lane. Not the most major thing. Oh, and we also see, I think Varus was doing this for a little while, and I'm curious at what Aggression's runes are this game, but he went for the Longsword 3-pot.
Oh, yes, you are correct. Might just be a fan of it. Because he does play a lot of Varus, so he's probably just like, yeah, this is just significantly better for my playstyle. I feel like it does let you trade a lot more in lane and have a lot more sustain, where,
Yeah, you have like, what, 3 more AD?
Yeah.
And then you have 3 pots, so you have 2 more pots, and if you do go the Time Warp Tonic, which is generally what was taken with it, then you have the little bonus heal from them. So, not too bad overall. I wonder if he'll go for the Gale Force this game or not. I love the Gale Force on Aphelios.
Dashing around. Yeah, I mean, I feel like from what I remember, I believe I think he's gone multiple different mythic items, so we'll see what he opts in for this game. It's not, I think he played it once or twice. So let's see what he does opt for this game, considering the composition. I mean, Gale Force wouldn't be bad to dash away from Diana, Try to get as far away from her as you can.
True. Very true. We're already having...
Yeah, spies are hitting, I think, 2 first there. Getting a nice little trade.
Classic scrapping across the board. Mordekaiser. I know I mentioned he got buffed, but I didn't specify what it was. It was actually his W that got a little cooldown buff, and he might even be able to pick up this kill as nope, he doesn't have the ignite, and Camille does, so Blank Name able to pick that one up very quickly into this game, about 2 minutes 30 seconds.
I was gonna say that looks so frustrating from Camille's side. Level 1 is like, you're out here, pressing buttons, trading, and this guy's just standing next to you with his W.
AoE just burning you.
Doing so much damage, but Blank Name actually able to pick that up with Ignite. That is huge for him. I mean, Camille, one trick player, phenomenal in the champ as we've seen time and time again. And nice little trades from out back and forth. I do believe they're going to the side of Spizor though, considering he still has another pot and a bit healthier than Yasuo right now, but we'll have to pick up all this farm to, even it out.
Both top laners did teleport after that exchange. Camille kind of left in the dust in the farm. I don't know if she'll be able to catch that.
Caught out here at the scuttle here, actually.
Another Ignite. That was so tough.
Squiddos goes down as Yasuo is actually might get away here with Mordekaiser to come through and 2 kills going to the side of the Diana this time. Wow. And
that's not something you want to see.
Yeah, Ken, I mean, we've seen it time and time again. Afghan able to just pick up these early kills and just get these lead on these AP junglers. I mean, oh, this is going to be terrifying considering the whole Wombo combo focuses around the Diana hitting her ult, and if it's just doing way more damage. But Blank Name almost getting another 1v1 there in the top as a fight's breaking out in the bottom lane. Aggression and Lansu finding the Diana there. Hook hitting from Frost Morning, but running them down. They should be able to get the kill with Diana potentially. Exhaust coming out to slow them down. Aggression. Oh my god, Diana finishing the kill. Aggression should be able to finish this kill, but he's still healing up. Oh my god, finally able to finish it. as Akali comes down now. This is getting so scrappy. Akali picking up a kill. Yasuo going to kill Aggression. Death Arrow able to pick that up, grab the double buffs, and Spizer's out of energy and abilities to use, and Death Arrow picking up 3 kills there. Oh my god. The
Yeah,
Diana wouldn't
Clumsy.
die. It just
That
wouldn't
was,
die.
I was gonna say that Thresh Lantern was not it, Frost Morning, but I guess at the end of the day, you have 3 kills on your AD carry, and Diana was able to live and stall for so long in that fight that they were able to do that. And, you know, we have it here again. An extremely early game lead coming out of Clumsy off scrappy fights. It seems to be the way that they want to win is these random skirmishes.
Yeah,
And it works.
This is some wild stuff here. I mean, this is going to be bad. This is going to be really bad. It's already level 5, the Diana. I mean, able to hit the 6 power spikes with a lead is just going to make it so hard and difficult for the side of Architects to fight around these objectives like Dragon and such. So it should just be free pickups. And a huge farm lead actually in the top lane for the Mordekaiser as well here. It is a big wave crashing, so if Blank Name's able to pick up a majority of it, it shouldn't be too big, but man, what a lead off the start here.
Yeah, what a crazy early game. Just want to touch on the items coming out real quick because I did just peep my eye as Diego's probably not going to be able to get too much here on the Mordekaiser. Just going to walk away. Yeah, Spicer's going to be able to get this very easily. Oh, no. Oh, it's going to go over to Blank Name. I like that. Give it to the top laner. But what I was saying was the items. Diana's going for the Nashor's Tooth. Generally don't see Nashor's Tooth too much anymore. It's usually like the Proto Belt into just full damage, full Diana one-shot combo with the Yasuo I would have rather seen. I like that little attempt. Trying to get the reset on the minion to dash to Spicer, but playing too far back.
Yep.
And this dragon is up for a whole like 40 seconds longer than last game.
Yeah, not trying to go for it as early as before, as Diana is just in Squidow's jungle, man. Looking for this, actually. They group up. Oh, I was going to say, she's going to go for that. And that's the combo we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. It is devastating. Oh my god, what a play. And that's just going to... Oh, Low 2 almost going down as well. They're going to be able to drag, get this red buff, run over to drag, grab that as well, most likely. And clean it up as Death Arrow actually starts with his Q.
Yeah, they're extremely ahead right now, especially after camping in the enemy jungle. Not able to get too much vision out, but they were able to pick up those 2 kills on both the Viego and Akali using that beautiful combo from Yasuo, Diana, and Spicer was just looking to scrap it out again. Something with these mid laners is like, it doesn't matter how many deaths you have, you're gonna want to fight the enemy.
Oh, yeah, of course.
When we saw it, I forget who it was, but they were like 0-8 or something, and they just wanted to fight as Heavy's actually just gonna get solo killed by Squiddos. What just happened?
Unfortunate. Yeah, I don't really know what happened there.
The 0-kill Viego.
Just 1v1 the Yasuo. Bit unfortunate. As Frost Morning is here, I don't think they'll look for anything, as Aggression's just getting some plating. And although they might be, you know, downing kills, but I do like this look from Aggression. I mean, he's still just farming up. He's not stuck on that Tristana that's like constantly trying to get kills as quick as possible and just able to kind of scale up here. I like this a lot better for the side of them, especially being able to rely on this Braum later on to peel everyone. It's going to be a good look later on if they're able to grab some more kills here. But man,
Braum actually in this game. Oh, never mind. As I was just about to talk about Braum, we have Diana trying to one-shot, not able to do so because Mordekaiser is busy farming his lane, and he's actually going to die as well here.
We're going to pick up 2 kills here, I believe.
Oh, no, he's in death zone. This was really weird.
Oh, Blake Dave. Oh, and the hook misses. Frostwing is probably just going to go down here. He doesn't even have flash back up yet. It's 2 seconds away. And oh my god, as Heavy is just 1v1ing Spicer in the mid lane as well. He did use his ultimate, I believe, so. But, wow, I mean, a completely change of pace here, where now Squiddo is able to get so much gold of his own, and this Camille is 4-0. He's getting out of control as well. I mean, we've got two big threats on each side of the game, but the only thing that I would say is the difference is that Clumsy has that good old Wombo combo to rely on, even if they get a bit behind in gold. But looking to slowly even out here, though.
Yep, mythic items are going to be completed here very shortly for all the players on the pitch. Divine Thunder for the Camille, maybe a little accelerated than the rest of the squad because she does have 4 kills, but we can kind of guess at what some of these mythics are going to be, as Viego's probably going to grab a Sunder of his own on top of the Rift Maker for mid, and then a Shield Bow for the Aphelios.
Yep, I do believe Shield Bow would be the best for this game for sure. I mean, Gale Force is definitely fun, but I think Shield Bow will definitely potentially help you survive the Yasuo Diana combo, but
Potentially.
honestly, I don't even think if anything can save you at that point. It's definitely a Shield Bow Bloodthirster game for sure, though. You know, that is your hopes and dreams, as the combo is gonna come out there, and Spicer just goes down. You know, you don't gotta use it to hit 4 people like we said every time. You can just hit 1, hit 2. You know, it's just a free kill at this point. So.
And Squiddo's lurking up. He's got a Herald. See where he wants to drop that, who he wants to give the gold to. Because that's going to swing in their favor. And they are a little bit behind right now. Diana caught out by the Camille, but Camille is actually going to be the one caught out instead, actually going to be taken out by the Diana. And that's really, really good for Clumsy, getting that shot down.
It's weird. Oh, as Squiddos actually finds Heavy here. Gonna potentially kill him with Visor coming over, and Lansu as well also here. Missing the Q. Oh my god, Frostmourning with the moves there, able to dodge everything there and flash over the wall. Good on him. As a Heavy, you know, pulling his best Jizuke impression, taking his team's Raptor buff. Over, a drag should be spawning soon here in about a minute. So probably gonna start setting up some vision. Death arrow. Oh my god, the insta flash over. Oh my god, Longsu. You know, maybe forgets that he's playing Brahma, not Leona. Just absolutely a savage on engagement there. I do love to see it, as he does actually opt to drop the Herald in the bot lane to finish
off that turret. Yeah, very clean play. No flash on the Ezreal. That's gonna be tough.
And with the fight popping up most likely soon at this dragon in about 15 seconds, let's see if they're able to take advantage of that. I mean, this Camille is just gonna be able to dive on him at this point. Just gonna be able to run him down. This Camille's getting very, very scary. Where, oof. It's gonna be so interesting. There's so many different threats this game, and like the Mordekaiser ult, you can kind of just say like, Camille, I'm gonna hold you down for a bit while my team kills everyone else. So it's gonna be interesting to see how both teams play out the team fights for sure.
Yeah, Mordekaiser will be able to get that ultimate off on the jungler whenever there is an objective in a 5v5 fight going on. So that will help their team in securing the objective, because he will be able to take away that smite. And eventually, he'll just become a 1v1 monster, and I don't think Camille will be able to fight him at maybe 2 items around there.
Ooh, and the combo comes out again. Aggression. And the shield bow, as we stated, unfortunately unable to help him survive that. I mean, he survived the
went Gale Force.
Yeah, that would have definitely... He could have dodged it. But yeah, he survived the initial onslaught of damage, but you know, they just chase him down to finish him off there. A bit unfortunate, but as we see Blank Name here just abusing his lead, just beating up this Mordekaiser, making it, you know, a very stressful time for him in the top lane here.
Yeah, this is not what we saw from last game from the top lane. Opto on this Mordekaiser this time around, not looking as comfortable as he was last game. And the Camille just tower diving him now on essentially a repeat is not something that you want to be seeing. Diana might be stuck in a 1v2 here. Might actually just get CC'd out. But this could be huge. Oh no, Diana ult is available, so Yasuo's not gonna have that aim.
Combo. They're both gonna go down to Squiddos here, and Squiddos just getting so strong as Braum eventually does go down to something, but oh, it's probably Frostmourne Ignite. But Squiddos taking the Thresh. Let's go, Squiddos. Lanterning aggression. Oh god, aggression going in now. But
I don't know if that was the best
it's not
play.
gonna go so well for them. I like the creativity, but Spizer's unable to get into the mix and they both go down. Oh man. I mean, I've lived that reality. I've played enough Thresh where you lantern in a homie and it goes badly and you're like, bro, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's Death Arrow also trying to kill Spizer under turret here. But man, that was going so well for them, for Architects, until they got a little too hype. But Squiddos is getting quite strong as well as Blank Name. I mean, unfortunately, the bottom side of the map is not looking as hot for them. But
I was gonna say, look at Death Arrow. I mean, we didn't talk about him a lot last game, and this game it seems to be the same story as we're not speaking about how he's up 30 farm and he has 5 kills and 0 deaths.
he just sneaks by, man. He snags random kills in little scuffles around the map, and then he just farms up so big, and then he's got 3 items in these team fights as Ezreal, and he's just destroying everyone. He's just a sneaky boy, but now he's just being a nuisance to Longsu under turret here, just poking them out, trying to figure out how he can, get the wave crashing in to get that last turret. But Mountain Drake next. It's actually going to be Mountain Soul as well. I believe good for, it's one of those universally good for both teams type pickups for sure.
And Clumsy does have 2 already, so they're nearing a pretty quick soul as Blank Name could be caught here. Very well could be. Yasuo trying to call out if he's in range or not. Most likely is probably the calls going on, but no ultimate going to come out from the Diana, so no securing on that kill, and this could be a small Herald fight that's going to erupt here soon.
And I do like them starting the Swift Herald with, Diana ult and Yasuo ult coming back up. They can kind of pick and choose what objectives they want at this point. If they come to fight with 3 or 4 people, they're getting the wombo combo sauce. They're not making it out alive, so I do like that call by them. I hope they do start pathing towards Dragon, as it's going to be up in 40 seconds. I would hope they don't give away, the soul point potentially, which would be so huge for them. Especially with the comp, with the wombo combo again. You want to force these enemies into a funnel type situation as often as possible. And, having soul point waiting there is definitely one of those reasons they'll walk into you for sure.
Yep, Diana is farming up on his way. This Mordekaiser is dead.
Good, yeah. And teleport coming out. I honestly think they could still look for this on the side of Clumsy. I think they could still potentially look for this engage. They are so grouped up right now. This would be so devastating, but they're opting to go for potentially a push on mid. They do drop the Herald.
Oh, I like this.
Trade back a turret. It is pretty smart. And they're, a nice little hook landing out. Diana ult not used yet.
They're holding it.
Onto it. I do think it's a good idea.
Diego in the
coming
play.
over.
Diana needs to go in right now.
Diana got stuffed by the Neil in one shot. That's not good. The combo is down. And now Diego took Diana, went in with it. But oh my god, it's getting traded back.
Mordekaiser's in the back line. I didn't even notice. Oh,
Yeah.
so close.
Fight is just all over the place, but somehow, wow, Architects. I win that one, aggression, just able to kind of free hit and not as strong. I believe he picked up at least 1 kill there, and now, it's looking better for the gold side of Akali and Aphelios, becoming more and more relevant. And Viego just, Diana got shut down by that big play by Blank Name, perfectly timing that hook jump to hit him while he tries to go in, stuff him down there, ult him. so he can't get a good engage. And then Viego just picked it up and said, "I'm Diana now," and just went ham, which is you definitely love
Nah, I'm Dirty Dan.
this. No, Dirty Dan. Yeah, definitely. A good
Hold
showing.
on, timeout.
Yep.
Mordekaiser, what is your what?
Yeah,
why-
I don't think he did that on purpose. I don't think he has 2 blasting wands on purpose. I think it was one of those he bought it, walked out of base, and just said, "Oof," unlucky.
That
Definitely,
is so unfortunate.
definitely. He's not happy about that.
Oh no, yeah, that's not good at all. And Diana, I see this. I don't even know the name of this item, but the move speed health item that
Someone
goes in a
said
dead
it's
man's.
on purpose, mythic, and then legendary after.
I mean, yeah, I can see it. Yeah,
But wouldn't you just finish the mythic first instead of? I don't know.
yeah, you would want to finish the mythic first, especially on a champion like Mordekaiser.
Instead of building
you get more
halfway.
value.
Well, you get more value in general by finishing one before the other. I do believe buying mythic before legendary makes sense.
Austin's dead. This is really unfortunate. Oh, never mind.
Actually gonna make it
The
out.
legend flash.
And then hook on Squiddo's trying to get his ulti to execute him, but
Oh my god, Death Arrow, he's just not being touched. Oh,
yeah. he's
where's he?
just fucking-
That Q went off to the right-hand side there.
Yeah, honestly, looking out my window to see where that went, it went so wide. And another hook, actually instant ult by Yasuo to follow it up. Death Arrow able to finish him off. Death Arrow is now just running down everyone.
Penta.
Triple kill for
Penta.
Death Arrow.
Oh, no Penta. They're going to be able to end here. They have 20-second death timers. If they just run down mid, it is going to be game over.
They definitely.
I think they're able to do this.
Yeah, especially with
3 minions.
Mordekaiser, the tank it as well.
I mean, I think he should just die for it.
He has to die. I think
Yeah.
they just tank him the first one. They close it out, and there we go. Clumsy execution taking game 2 as well with this. incredible
And Death
wombo.
Arrow, man. Oh, so MVP.
Now we're at the point. It's at the point. I was saying before. I mean, I feel like you pick it away, you don't ban it away, but you've got to do something about this Ezreal, man. Whatever you have in the tank is not working. You need to take this off the table. You need to force him onto something else, man. It's too stressful. They can't handle it.
It's
This
too
man
strong.
just farms up. He gets like 1 kill, 2 kills out of lane, and he's just got a 40 CS lead, and he's just destroying. I don't know what. Like, I feel like we're just not paying as much attention to what's going on in the bottom lane farm wise. Like, I guess because there's so much action going on, the camera is always just panning elsewhere. But I feel like there's something going on with the waves down there that forces him to have these crazy, these huge leads. It is a best of 5 as well in the chat room. So that's only game 2. So you need to win 3 games for best of 5. So we are gonna go into game 3 here, I believe. And but no, yeah, there's something going on with the waves down there where something's wrong, but we will see. And before we do hop into game 3, we are gonna take a quick break here. So stick around. We'll see you guys soon.
You paint a picture in my mind. You wanna leave it all behind. In a world that's turning all the time, nothing could stop me longing for your eyes. I won't let it die. I can feel you when you're not around.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back from our little 5 minute break here in the grand finals, where we have Clumsy Execution heading against Architects of Souls. They are currently up 2-0 as we're nearing this third game. And Kyle, what do you think about those first two games?
Just about to say they were dominant, man. I mean, clumsy execution. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I thought they were kind of like the underdog here. Like Architects last week showed such a strong footing, and then clumsy execution. Although it was like so many weeks ago, almost like a month by now, I just feel like I didn't like see that strength from them, but they just completely flipped that coin here. I mean, they are just absolutely dominating them. They're able to pick scaling comps. They're able to pick wombo combo with the Diana Yasuo that we've seen from multiple teams. They just have, and then this Ezreal just sits in the bot lane and just becomes an actual sentry turret late game where they just have so many threats all over the place. I mean, they're strong. I mean, if I'm on the side of Architects, they need to find an answer soon for sure.
Yeah, and a lot of it really is coming down to the macro play that we've been seeing. Clumsy is able to, if there's something going wrong on the other side of the map, they're able to transfer that into something on the other side of the map. So that
Mhm.
game we saw a lot of top heavy focus play coming from Architects. And Clumsy was like, okay, well, if you guys are gonna do that, then we're just gonna trade sides and camp bot. And Death Arrow, like you said, turned into pretty much a machine gun late game with those Ezreal Qs and was
Every single game
unstoppable.
he keeps getting this crazy, crazy lead onto aggression, which is crazy because I feel like aggression. I mean, he's a challenger player, probably the highest rank in the tournament. But even like regardless of just rank, I honestly think he's one of the most talented players that we have in this whole tournament. And it's just so crazy to have Death Arrow, the AD carry, the Vayne player that I honestly thought like they just like got a nice lead and was able to kind of like meme their way like into the lead there in that last game with the scaling comp with the Vayne, but absolutely just destroying him, like really just showing a good footing. I don't know if it's just synergy's a little off between aggression and his support or exactly what's going on there, but man, it is a good showing from Death Era to be able to I would listen if I was in the tournament and I was just smashing some challenger 80 carry. Oh, my friends in the Discord server, I'd be typing away. Hey boys, hey boy, who's the challenger now? I mean, must be a good feeling to beat him. But as they are in Draft Pro, doing their draft away, we should be hopping into our own pretty soon here. What do you think for the draft though? What are you looking for each
Oh,
team
please
here?
ban the Ezreal.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
just
think
please ban the Ezreal.
yeah, even if they take blue side, just pick the Ezreal. Aggression is a good
Or
Ezreal.
pick
We
it,
saw
yeah.
yeah, last week we saw him play it so well. That's why I was so confused. Didn't they first pick Aphelios? I was like, man, like I get it. You think Aphelios is good into Ezreal, but you just solved the whole problem by just picking Ezreal and just I
Or
don't know what
banning.
or banning, yeah. But I don't know what Death Arrow would opt into. He played the Vayne, and I'm trying to think of what else he played the first
Okay,
game.
well, if I were to do a little bit of brainstorming, Death Arrow, he might be a Varus player?
True.
Or like
That
an
is
Ash player?
true. You gotta play something with one of those arrows.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
assume. I don't know. Maybe he just thinks it's a cool combination of names, man. You never know. You never
I mean,
know.
you should just play Ash, you
You
know?
should. I would love to see Ash. You and I are both Ash connoisseurs, whether it be Mandate, Moonstone. Yeah, we've played everything. We've built every single item on that champ. Full AP, we rocking it. But I mean, it's gonna be interesting. Again, also, I think that Camille was insane. Like we talked about how there was very, topside oriented ganks. But yeah, like that Camille, regardless of how, heavily top they were, pushing their lead, regardless, was just winning 1v1s early without the help. And I feel like even banning that would be pretty crazy. But the more you ban towards picks of the last game, the just staples start to open up again. Where,
Yeah.
come out, Sinzao might come out. The Diana Yasuo are like it's just scary for both these teams of I think it's such a good red side pick. Just snagging those two is just if they're open, it's such a good kit. I don't know what they're gonna
I
opt
think
into
even
doing.
Xin Zhao is not bad with Yasuo. The only
Mhm.
problem with picking that one is that now you have double AD, jungle, and mid.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of have to force a little bit of AP on top, which I know banning the Camille probably sounds like a pretty great idea. It's just we don't like we said last game. I made a disclaimer. We don't know where it was picked, so
Yeah.
it could have been like Camille into Mordekaiser, or it could have been Mordekaiser into Camille. So
Yeah, I agree.
could
And
have been a matchup thing.
the only thing about the Zinzao Yasuo is I feel like this pick and ban phase is going to be completely different than every single other one because it's kind of like do or die. They're just trying to, you know, get anything they need to, get the W here. But I feel like the Ziggs might slide through this game. And if the Zig slides
Ooh.
through, you don't gotta worry about AP top lane anymore. You got that AP in the bottom lane where that might be the dream comp. Setting it up, getting that Sinzao Yasuo Ziggs. If they prioritize trying to either ban the Ezreal or grab the Ezreal from you, getting that Ziggs might be big. But let's see what they do opt into banning here. It's gonna be interesting. I think the Gwen again, just take it off every single time. I don't think Gwen should get through. Tom Kench should be the first one.
Oh, I don't like that on blue side. I think Tom Kench is so broken right now that you should make red side ban it.
They just kind of traded though. Gwen usually being banned on blue side, Tom Kench being banned on red. Lucian ban coming out the Zinzao. They actually really don't want to face
typical.
Lucian again. Very, very interesting.
I think they did that last round, didn't they?
They did that game too. Yeah, but I don't know, dude. Did you feel like it was that power of a pick? I mean, Diana getting banned out. Not making that mistake again. Viego, power pick. And taking away Silas first pick. How do you feel about this? I don't know if I love Silas ever getting first pick.
Spicer, his Silas though. We've seen
True.
it, I think, a few times in the past few weeks, and he's pretty good at it. So,
Koreshan opting into the Kaisa, and this might be crazy because I remember seeing on his account Kaisa's like his most played champion, and he never picked it. And I was like, bro, why doesn't he pick Kaisa ever? But maybe only leaving it to the do or die moments here as something happened with the draft, a bit of a technical issue. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, the Kaisa pick, I'm a fan of it. It's one of my favorite champs to watch. I mean, 80 carry wise, having an 80 carry that dashes into the backline as their kit, like that's their job, is always something really cool. I don't think they banned the Ezreal though, but so
maybe he willingly picks something else.
We'll see. I mean, if Death Arrow grabs the Ezreal for free again, man, it's just gonna be so stressful. Unless their job is like, so did they pick their jungler? I'm trying to think now. They had.
I don't know. We'll hop back into it very soon.
We'll hop back into it soon. But regardless, unless they're trying to work a very like gank bot, dive bot every 2 seconds oriented composition. Like, even still, you don't want him on Ezreal if you're doing that. Ezreal's, like, the best champ at surviving that. So, hopefully, it doesn't get picked in the first 3 picks. They're able to ban it on phase 2. But let's see what they opt into doing here. Hop into game 3. Once again, this is a best-of-5 Clumsy. Already up 2 games. 2-0 right now over Architects of Souls, which... Clumsy being the first qualifying team and Architects being the last, Week 1 versus Week 4. Battling it out here.
Yeah, pretty excited to see how the rest of the draft will end up going. I think we did see that. So yeah, Thresh and Nocturne both picked up.
Yeah,
Nocturne is one that we talked about a lot in the past few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
About how strong his ultimate is. And... oh, yeah, I think they let him have it. Oh no, he picked Aphelios instead. Okay.
I feel like Aphelios is good into Kaisa, right? I think just in lane is better. No, I mean Aphelios Thresh I think is better than Kaisa anything else. But I guess these bans could be.
Yeah. You know, it's.
Yeah, there's
again we don't know.
We're definitely not trying to do it in order. So, for sure, because I feel like you wouldn't ban Ezreal Vayne as your last two bans with both AD carries picked already. It's whatever. Just know that they did. Ezreal and Vayne were both taken off the table, regardless.
And just know that this was done in pro draft.
Yeah, it
So
was done prior, again, for the champ.
Lilia mid.
Lilia pick! Oh my
It's
god,
Lilia mid.
you got it,
He
man. You
heard me.
actually
I
got
said
it.
Doinby picked that, and he said I'll pick that.
He's like, I got you, bro. Don't
Ooh,
worry. I'll give
that's
you what
exciting.
you want. I mean, let's see. I mean, Heavy just seeming like he has a champion pool. He plays like everything. He's playing Lucian. He's playing. I believe he played. Yeah, he played the Yasuo. Now, now on to the Lilia. I mean, all over the place. Champion Ocean, man. Blank name just on Camille again. Letting that go through. A little bit bold. I mean, Poppy, I believe, is pretty good into Camille. I believe, right? Since she has that advantage.
Well,
Stuff is
if
that.
if you would notice, it is Poppy Jungle.
Oh,
So
you are correct. I didn't really realize who picked who. It is actually going to be Nocturne top Poppy Jungle. That is.
and actually Nocturne I believe is really good into Camille. I think you can spell shield the second cast of the Q. So
Ah. Because I know you can spell
negating that
shield
damage.
the E, right? The actual,
Yeah,
like,
you can.
knockup thing.
And the
But
W. I mean you can spell shield anything, but
the Q is the biggest one. That damage is massive. So, gonna be big if you can do that in that matchup. But yeah, Nocturne top, that is crazy. I mean, we've talked about Nocturne ulti time and time again. They just shut off the lights. If you can't see anything, you can't do anything. And
and wait, on top of shutting out the lights, they got NyQuil on their team, Lilia. I love it. I love it.
naptime dot
Poppy.
team. Wow.
I think Poppy is a really, really strong pick here. They have Lee Sin Dash. They have
I was gonna say
Galio Dash. I
it
think it
technically
works.
will to an extent.
I
I
think it
like
blocks all of them.
it blocks it all for sure. I mean, it is the biggest thing to Lee Sin. That is the most annoying champion. Like playing Lee Sin into Thresh Poppy, like I would rather Alta for the game. It's just not even fun anymore. So he's gonna have a tough time for sure. Can he take advantage of Poppy early in the jungle? I believe so. I mean, like early, like level 1 through 5. I believe he could get active in the jungle. He should win those fights, but later the game goes, Poppy is just going to be this annoying brick wall that just stops everything that you're doing. I'm a little afraid. How do you think Kaisa Galio, you know, works against Aphelios Thresh? Because Aphelios Thresh being one of those staple lanes in the meta, right? Just constantly picked no matter what. It seems pretty safe.
Yeah, Kaisa not gonna have range early game against the Aphelios. Aphelios has Caitlyn range with the sniper gun, so
Hmm.
not really gonna be able to trade too much. And months ago, Kaisa was nerfed with her Q, which didn't really affect her too much, but in a way where she couldn't do something regarding pushing the minion wave at like level 1 or 2 or something.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think Aphelios Thresh is an extremely strong lane. Kaisa Galio is also very strong, but only under certain circumstances will they be able to come out on top.
Yeah, I feel like Aphelios Thresh is just one of those like all around lanes where like you can fight really well off of hooks and flays, but also you've got the lantern and just so much appeal. It just kind of does it all. But we'll see here. I mean, it's gonna be fun. I'm so excited to see this Lilia mid. Like it's Lilia mid into Silas though. Who do you think wins those? I feel like Silas has more
Lilia,
sustain. Really? You think Lilia?
Lilia.
What was Lilia picked in by Doinby? Do you remember the champ he picked it into, like against?
I can double check really
Let's see.
quickly.
Imagine if it was Silas. It's just like a secret counter pick. It's just
You know, I
insane.
don't, I don't, I don't want to call it early, but I think it might have been.
Oh, that'd be huge. That'd be so cool. But I mean, I can see it. I just think Silas. I don't know. They both have such good sustain, but I feel like Silas only has
No,
it
I
on
was
his.
into Lee Sin.
I was in a Lee Sin mid, of course. Man, I mean, I can see how that's good, but I can see how it's also good in like the Akalis and stuff. Actually, I can see how that pick is really good mid. We'll see.
You can see how it's really good just in a lane in general, honestly. Like,
Bro, it's nuts. Gonna be fun here seeing it first time in a lane. We've only seen it jungle the last time we saw it in this tournament, which was week 1. So it's been a minute since we've seen it. Fun champ, got some changes. Let's see how it's able to do. Again, this is game 3, Clumsy Esports. Already up 2 games in this best of 5 of grand finals. Once again, the prizes: first place taking away €500, second place taking away 250. They're battling it out. It's been about a month waiting for these big games, these big moments here. So let's see who takes it away. Drop your predictions in chat if you'd like to. What team you're rooting for, whether it be Clumsy or Architects. But we
Yeah,
are getting
I've
into
seen a
it.
few people saying that they wanted some reverse sweep action. So probably some Architect fans out there just wanted them to reverse sweep.
Oh,
Yep,
of course, of course.
it is Conquer. Okay, it's Conquer for like everyone on Clumsy.
It's almost conquer for like everyone in this game.
Yeah,
Like,
there is a good amount of Conquerors out here.
aside of
So
aside of Thresh, Galio, and Kaisa, it is Conqueror Gang. It is
yeah,
got some big bold brawlers. I just want
7 Conquer.
to. I wonder if that Keystone's pretty good, huh? I don't think it's. I don't think it's good
No,
enough. They should
not
probably buff
optimal.
it. I think they should buff it for sure. I don't think it's good on like any of the roles, whether it be top, mid, sport. It's not good. But
What you were saying mid about the Silas versus Lilia matchup in the sustain, Silas was nerfed as far as sustain goes. Actually, his W got not like destroyed, but it was nerfed a pretty significant amount. As Lilia is just the best champ in the game. Calling it here.
just better champ, Bambi's just out here doing it for her mom, messing up people in the mid lane now. As I'm very interested to see how all these lanes go. I'm gonna keep an eye on it this time, ladies and gentlemen. Last time we just let Death Arrow get a 50 CS lead without us even
Yeah.
talking about it or realizing it. There were so many fights going on. I'm gonna pay attention to that number and see how exactly that's happening. Whether it's Frostmourne actually
Just look
staying
at
in
this
lane.
champ, dude.
I know, it's actually so insane. Whether it's the supports roaming, good freezes, or lane management getting set up, we're gonna see exactly how he's getting those leads. What exactly is going on as Opto actually able to get a bit of advantage as Nocturne early into Camille. Let's see if that continues throughout level 2 and 3 as well. And junglers just kind of mirroring each other here, going from buff to buff.
Not sure what's happening bot lane, but I'm gonna call it right now. Death Arrow has an 11 farm lead at 2 minutes into the game.
And that's kind of like what I was thinking, at least early for Galio Kaisa. Their range is oh my god, Spicer, if he actually hit that, he potentially could have got a kill, but actually turned on with the Ignite from Heavy. Lilia picking up first blood in this game. That is awesome. But I was going to say the range of the Kaisa Galio early just against Thresh is you can't do anything. If you get hit by the flare or the hook, you're going to get absolutely punished by the Felios. And I mean, you're able to see it there. He's actually able to pick up a lot of the farm under the turret. Gonna catch up a little bit for sure, but I mean, yeah. Lilia getting first blood though. This, better champ in the middle lane. It's looking like.
Yep, Lilia is extremely strong. I like the corrupting pot start. I actually have not tried that one yet, so kind of creative in that essence. And Spizor does have flash here, so he shouldn't be able to go down. And Lee Sin was kind of hanging out there as well, just in case anything happens. It does seem like Camille was able to stack a wave back and send it towards Nocturne's turret. We see this a lot in top lane. I see this a lot in my top lane games. Just ping pong back and forth, minion waves. Sometimes it's just really hard to control the wave, and you have to do stuff in order to even keep it off your turret or push it. You have to commit certain abilities, certain timers, different kinds of stuff. And Lee Sin is up here, possibly looking for something. Might get caught out. This is smart from Poppy. I think they know. I think Poppy knows, and Camille took a turret shot.
I was gonna say, he took a turret shot. That didn't look too good. The sphere potentially coming off. Lee Sin can't really take that Q. As you can see, they're blocked by the W and hit into that wall. Able to trade it back. He does have flash. Oh, he doesn't flash the Q though, and the kill gonna get traded back by Squiddos. And honestly, pretty good look by the side of Architects here, picking up those 2 kills on the top side.
Some impressive play. Nocturne going a little too ham on the one-on-one against Camille. Was not waiting for the Poppy to show up, and it backfired on him, as we saw. And in this bot lane again, we just have Death Arrow landing these constant sniper Qs left and right. It's not looking good in the bot.
You're able to see how he's been getting these leads. I mean, look at that. Oh, that does not look fun from the side of Aggression. Definitely not an enjoyable game to play on his side, but see how they're able to turn it around. You know, the later the game goes, scaling up might be looking good for them, but
it is the Sunder on the Poppy, most likely, that's going to come out.
Oh. And Poppy does come mid, actually, to Gake's visor, and, you know, another kill picked up.
Is it onto the Lilia? No, it was not. It was onto the Poppy. I would have liked to see Lilia get that kill because that champion is way too strong.
Yeah, unfortunately, you know, still able to pick up an assist, you know, get a bit of more of a lead, you know, sitting in lane here, getting a little push going. As Lee Sin, I think, is going to grab the wave, but should get poked out with doing so. And Blankly's going for a trade. Oh my god, he actually heavy going for the turret dive onto Squiddos. Using his ult, actually able to just dive him straight up. Oh my god, this champion has actually Aggression's getting caught by the Death Arrow Frostborn combo. Poppy is running in. I don't think he's going to be able to catch him, but Death Arrow flashes forward. Oh my god, I can't even read names right. I'm like having a stroke. Oh my god, this Poppy. Oskin is popping off on this Poppy, and I'm gonna be real with you. When I saw Poppy jungle, I'm like, it's gonna be able to, you know, be annoying to the Lee Sin and Camille and stuff like that. But this thing is actually able to just get so much like these ganks are actually good, man. He's able to find these looks where I didn't think it was gonna happen like this, and you know, great showing.
What an amazing early game showing. All 3 games actually so far. Does the sleep available? No, the sleep's not available, so not gonna be able to really overextend on that one. I mean, Bambi holding a 10 farm lead. Galio getting a double taunt, actually. This is gonna be a return kill right on a Death Arrow. That was a beautiful W.
Death Arrow, you know, overstays there, and Aggression able to just snag that free kill. I was gonna say it's looking dire for him again, but that kill's definitely gonna help out. You know, pay the bills, try to keep him, you know, steady and equal in items on the side of Death Arrow. But
this is the first game we haven't seen Death Arrow extremely far ahead this early.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be
Maybe
interesting to
struggling.
see, how the team Clumsy's able to play around, you know, him not being so strong. Because I feel like it's kind of like in their game plan, you know, they're always able to rely on him just popping off as Ezreal later on in the game. It's gonna be what they do here, but the game continues. First dragon picked up for the side of Architect. It's gonna be the Air Drake. Heavy's looking to get a kill on Spider here. Oh no. And Frost Morning is able to
no.
Widows might actually still kill him with the kick through the bird. He's gonna go down, and the kill actually went out of Frost Morning, so that's actually more worth, I think, for the sides of Architects, to be honest. As Frost Morning is just saying, hey man, I got a red buff, I'm gonna auto you down, as the Poppy around the corner. Galio able to peel it off. Spicer killing Frost Morning. Poppy trying to chase him down, but the big heal from the W. And Oskin's just running away, trying to get out of here. As he's most likely going to go down, and that is a tragedy. Oh, Nocturne flash Q. Oh, God. Definitely more of a scuffed fight and altercations going out there, but, I mean, kills getting traded back and forth, and, you know, Clumsy is just going to sit with currently, like, around a 1k gold lead, actually, only, so not too big of a lead. It's kind of still a pretty even game so far.
Yep, score is 6-8. There's only a 1k gold lead for Clumsy, and Death Arrow might fall here. Actually not taking that fight after using the ultimate, and the sleep goes on to Galio downtown. I don't know how I feel about it, but it actually works out in the end, as this is going to actually turn right back onto Clumsy's head. And Lilia's not going to be able to get any more done here, but the Poppy may be able to. No, is not going to be able to catch that Lee Sin. Blank name, waiting for the E cooldown most likely. Gets flayed out of it. What a beautiful flay. Gets killed with the Poppy ultimate.
Here. What are these fights? What is going on?
Spizer, Death Arrow, everyone showing up. I don't even know what's happening right now.
I feel like one by one, everyone's just coming through to this fight, and it's just so weird. I mean, these last few games, we've seen like these big like 4v4, 5v5s, but it's just like a 2v2 into a 2v2 into a 2v2 over and over again. And as we can see here, Spicer just getting caught out. I mean, he's going to go down here. I wouldn't be surprised if just 2 more people on his team show up, but unfortunately that's not going to be the case, as Frostmourning does bait him with the stopwatch. Nice little play by him.
Yeah, what a skirmish in the river. I saw so many players just show up randomly, and I thought we had just seen Death Arrow like not want to take a fight bot, and then I guess he beelined it towards top and wanted to take that fight.
Yeah, he took like a nice little walk up to the top side and just decided to be there at the right time. I mean, definitely interesting. I mean, laning is just going out the window at this point, which I feel like is like pretty good for the side of, you know, Architects, because Death Arrow just somehow ends up with like a 60 farm lead in lane every single time. So, you know, bringing these fights all over the place, I feel like it's in their favor, honestly, as the threshold comes out from the Silas, you know, coming onto heavy here as Lanzu tried to, you know, also pull off a gank here, but I do believe the Poppy's going to be able to retrieve him along with the Thresh Lantern, and they should be able to get out pretty safe here, as they might try to turn it. A hook comes out, as Galio's actually saying, no, man, I'm going in. I mean, unfortunately, not only does Squidow's not only tried to Q through the Poppy W, but also tried to ward jump. Yeah, he fortunately tried his best to get around that interaction, as I do believe he's actually looking to drop this Herald towards the bot side here. Only 3 plating left, I believe, so should be able to take it, but ooh, they're in a bad situation here. Slayer of CC, I don't think he's going to be able to survive, as Death Arrow is able to pick up the kill on the Squiddos, and Galio in a terrible position. They get caught out, and this should just set them up to get some good vision here before the drag.
What happened to Galio there? I'm a little bit confused on what sort of interaction that was. I think Poppy might have had her W on when they hit the blast cone, and it stopped Galio from going over the wall. It said grounded above his head, so I'm not really sure.
I think that is the... I believe Poppy W does grounded, yeah. I believe that's what it is.
Interesting.
Still, usually I don't know how it works when you're inside of Poppy W and you try to use movement.
You can't get out.
Yeah, you can't leave the circle, right? Or is
no,
it just
you can't dash anywhere. You can't dash anywhere. Like, if you're in it, if you're out of it, if you go anywhere near that circle, your dash is going to be stopped. And I think it worked on the blast cone there. But as we're talking about this, we have another fight breaking out. Architects picking up the dragon. Thresh not actually going to go in on that.
Death Arrow here now. He is rinsing damage into the Galio. Oh, big play coming out, though.
Does he have ulti? No, he doesn't have ulti.
Death Arrow is just rinsing everyone, though, on this Aphelios. This damage is insane. Able to just free hit with the... Oh, God.
And that's Death Arrow. And Lilia not even showing up to the fight. It was actually a 4v5 the entire time.
You were just saying, as we're talking about Poppy, he's running in 1v4. Just literally doing 4 people in, one to the wall and saying, later, boys, I gotta go. Man, just getting untouched. This champion is crazy, man. He just didn't take any damage. It's not even like he had Aftershock. He just has Conqueror. Like, it is insane. This pick is actually working so well for them. I mean, Lilia not even have to show up to the fight. Death Arrow picking up so much gold. Such a good look for them. Although, you know, the dragon did go to the side of Architects, I think that's still 100% worth on the side of Clumsy.
Yep, that's a huge gold swing in their favor. 7k up now, double the amount of kills. They one thing I do want to say about Clumsy is that their dragon control is it's not very good. They do
Don't get
not
out.
hit
Oh
dragons.
my god.
There's no way.
He actually did it. This guy, he just doesn't care. He got the blue buff too. He got the blue buff as well. This man, he is a thief. He's a criminal. If he makes it away again, I'm gonna scream. No. Oh my god.
It's just this guy's just too good on Poppy, man.
I'm gonna lose my mind. Is this guy ever gonna take damage? What is going on? I'm so confused. It is so insane. This guy is the secret Poppy one trick. We were talking about draft, man. We never talked about this man. Poppy. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't believe that.
I can't believe he got away from a 1v4. Just like in their jungle, actually managed to take the buff. Like, I don't know.
And then turns around and fights them still and lives the whole time through Conqueror healing, man. This terrible, terrible Keystone, by the way. Definitely not good.
Yeah, don't ever take Conqueror.
Yeah. Don't take Conqueror if you want to win games, For sure, as you can see there, it doesn't heal you at all. That's why all these players opt into not taking
Oh my.
it, for sure.
Oh, Poppy is just buying every item in the game. Finish Deadman's plus a pickaxe.
Oh, no.
Death Arrow, probably... I like this from Death Arrow, actually, and I think we probably just didn't ever notice this, but he's going Wit's End second.
Oh,
It's not something you see often on Aphelios, but I do like the idea of it because in reality, I do think that one of your only threats is the Silas, as he's trying to 1v1. Oh, nice. Good stopwatch from the Lilia. Actually doesn't get hit by that taunt.
Wow.
Oh my, impressive.
And our
gameplay.
heroes here at the perfect time, and wow, Lily able to pick up 2 kills there. That was so cleanly played by Heavy, man. This guy's champion pool. He's so clean on every champ he plays. It's incredible. I mean,
Crazy.
so cool.
Absolutely.
Our Knight in Shining Armor comes through, Oscan just flying in at the perfect moment, able to grab some kills. His Death Arrow is going to catch out Squiddos here. And I got to agree with you on the side of the Wit's End. I do think it's a good pick. And I mean, most of the damage, like, going to be coming, from the Silas. I honestly don't even think Silas has great ulti opportunities this game as well. I mean,
As you're talking about that, Oskin dives under the turret to kill aggression, followed up by the top lane Nocturne, and they both get out unscathed, basically.
oh,
And it's gonna be another kill on this Silas, and as well as the Galio coming in. That's a huge Infernamolt from Death Arrow, doing so much DPS. They might even just try to go end the game at this point, but I think that they are actually able.
Oskin again living. He permanent. Look at him. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Oh my god, he almost died. He almost died. He just doesn't care, man. What an incredible showing from this Poppy jungle, man. I was not ready for this. This is so cool. I mean, absolutely taking over the game on this pick. Just, oh my god. Death Arrow just showing a different side, people starting to think he's just an Ezreal one trick. He said, nah, man, I'll pick the Aphelios. I'll do the same thing, and great showing from him on this as well. Just all around, great showing from Clumsy here with almost, man, we're getting close to, we are actually over a 10k gold lead almost. So, not looking too good for them. It's only 18 minutes in. I mean, they do got 2 dragons, but I don't think 2 dragons is going to save you from them just hitting them with their wallet here, but...
And surprisingly enough, I know everyone is surprised, but these teams are not CLG from NA. They will not throw a 10k gold lead. They will find their way to end this off, as maybe Death Arrow actually gets picked up here. He is going to fall. I don't know if this fight is even winnable, is it? Lilia is just going rampage, not dying, as well as the Nocturne, not taking any damage. Galio not able to go back in, as Poppy says nope. And this is going to be I was going to say Baron, but it's 19 minutes in the game.
I was gonna say, Death Arrow going down there, a majority of this team's damage, but, the team does enough damage when they just never die. So, Oskin, Nocturne, even
Even the Lilia just not dying there, just slowly whittling down the enemy team as he's just running down the Lee Sin. The Ignite going off over the wall. They're going for it. He wants it. He smells the blood. I don't think he's going to catch up, though. Oh, decided to go away. Often not trying to go for this kill. His flank game is actually hopping onto Opto here. I don't think he makes it out alive.
No, he's probably not gonna make it. No, he's gonna fall at the end of the day. But man, this gold lead, it is just forever growing. Pretty much 14K at this point in the game. Not, it's not a good position to be in at this time.
Yeah, you don't love to see it for sure. I mean, they're gonna be able to pick up their third dragon, but even if they get Mountain Soul, is it enough? I don't think it is, as Poppy might be caught out here, but I've said that about 100 times, and Poppy just walks away as a big ulti comes out from Aphelios. Nice little kick, but Death Arrow's just rinsing the whole team right now. I don't even think they realize it. They keep trying to engage, but Death Arrow's full HP just killing you. He is just actually one-shotting you, man. And, 2 kills getting picked up there as they're just going to chase them into their jungle. No fear. Huskin just below 50% health, just running around, as usual.
Who is this BES Oskin guy? Seems like he is 1v9 every game. I am in 100% agreement. What is happening?
He is. Him and Death Arrow are just absolutely insanely consistent on, at least today, man. Sometimes you have those days where you're just hitting. It's more often in shooters, but they're having their hit days. Everything they're doing is just working, man, and they're definitely feeling themselves. So, as a big drowsy, the sleep comes out onto Kaisa and Silas. Not able to actually finish the kill into aggression as he stopwatches. He's letting Death Arrow just rinse the team open.
The bowling ball from the Bambi. It's too good.
As
Yeah, I might die here.
they are blowing.
Haunting the lantern, Nocturne, running under the turret. Wow, that bowling ball kill on aggression. That's a big filter. Oh, and poor Camille just can't play. And yeah, Clumsy execution is going to be able to end it off 3-0 in our DAbo Gaming League Grand Finals. What an amazing showing by all the players. Congratulations to them. Death Arrow played out of his mind. Oskin playing out of his mind. Frost Warning being that support that everyone needs. Like, what a great team this is. West Young Talent. Yep. This is it.
Look at them. They're padding the KDA. Clumsy execution having a gale time, finishing off this game. And there they are. They are champions of our DAbo Gaming League. And, also a good old congratulations from Architects. 4 weeks went into this. They qualified. They made it all the way to second place. So first place, picking up the €500. Clumsy execution, obviously excited about that. 100 for each player. But, Architects also picking up €250 themselves, 50 for each player for their own. They're not too upset. A nice little 3-0, a dominant performance by Clumsy, man. I am very impressed.
I see some things going on in chat. Young
As
talent when we're all 35. Oh
Huskin
man, too funny.
absolutely memeing him. But again, once again, before we do sign off this event, congratulations to all the players. Thank you again for all of our sponsors, DAbo, giving us the money to give to these players, hosting this awesome event. It's definitely a lot of fun. Also, Sirius being a sponsor, letting us give out those peripherals as the qualifier prizes for all those players that also tried to make it to this grand final here. And of course, Riot Games giving us those skins and allowing us to host this event and this wonderful game that we have here today. But also, thank you to everyone over at Esports Gateway for organizing the event. It's been a lot of fun, especially Jack being joined here with you. Definitely a pleasurable time to spend the last month here. Getting all the way to the grand final, and especially everyone in the chat room. Joining us every
Oh
week.
yeah.
It's been a lot of fun, and
We see names coming back every single time. And I know we don't have any award to give out to any MVP, but who would the MVP be?
Oof, man, it would be tough. I think I have to give it to Death Arrow. I think he was the
Yeah.
most consistent player. I mean, especially in this grand final, to just all three games be able to perform at that level. It was incredibly impressive, and especially against the side. I mean, not to knock, Architect's AD carry aggression. He is insane challenger player, extremely talented, and able to perform that well against him consistently in a tournament format. Very
Gotta
impressive.
give it
So
a death arrow. And with that being said, congratulations again to Clumsy, as well as all the other teams who participated. Architects of Soul, second place. Congratulations. And we will probably see you guys here for some tournaments in the upcoming weeks, months, just in
yeah,
the
we
next
definitely
days.
do have stuff planned for September. So keep a
Yeah,
lookout. We'll definitely have more League of Legends events, Rocket League, everything. Drop a follow. Check us out on Battle 5. All of our we are on TikTok as well. Just follow us on everything. Keep up to date. Hang out with us. Join our tournaments. We'll see you guys there. But other than that, it's been wonderful. We'll see you guys next time.
peace.